Greetings, Royal Queens and Kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. Zanzibar Police target Ashlee Jenae's fiance. In this video, we delve into the ongoing investigation surrounding the tragic death of lifestyle influencer Ashlee Jenae, also known as Ashley Robinson. Authorities in Zanzibar have confirmed that Joe McCann, a close associate of Jenae, is currently being questioned as a witness in the case. Despite the intense scrutiny, police have stated that McCann has not been arrested, although his passport has been withheld as part of the investigation. Join us as we explore the details of this case, the implications for those involved, and the latest updates from Tanzania Police Force. Stay informed and engaged as we unpack this developing story. All right, y'all. So listen, let's get into it. So we are actually talking about the viral story of influencer Ashlee Jenae. As we all know, she went on a trip with her boyfriend turned fiance. They got engaged on the trip, and Ashlee, it was reported that Ashlee was unalived. Okay, and they were saying that it was like suicide, and they were saying that she stuck herself on a door, and you know, she, you know, used like a rope or something. And my thing is, if we know anything about our culture, if we know anything about us as, I mean, I've had like a breakup before, but it wasn't to the point where I'm just like, oh my God, let me go in here and let me find a rope and let me do what it do. Like, no, that's giving me like back in the day when we were you know, enslaved, they would do all types of stuff to us. And then when I think about what happened in like that college where that man was hanging from a tree, black people are not doing that. Black people are not doing that. I don't care how much trauma you've been through and this, that, and the third. It's just something that's not it's just something that wasn't talked about. And we had plenty of conversations in the black community and black households, and going in there and putting a string around your neck was nothing that we talked about. And listen here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take those commercials off for y'all so y'all can be able to enjoy this live broadcast without those commercials so you guys can enjoy the content, okay? And we'll also be visiting some content from Queen Sheba. She got an exclusive today. Now, guess what? She is saying that they have closed the case, and guess who's still in custody or still being questioned? Joe. Why would Joe be questioned or still be in custody if he did nothing wrong? This man was way older than her. And according to Sloan Bella, this man lied about his age um when he was introduced to her. And see, this was the thing. He was he put himself on her. He saw her, he put himself on her. And this is the thing, when you're dealing with people that deal with millions and deal with big corporations and investing, I want to say those are kind of like the dangerous people, because you don't know if they have any addictions, if they have any debt, if they have any drug problems. I mean, you got to think about it, right? You just can't just align yourself with just any and everybody. Well, she was an influencer. He saw something in her. He went after her and they made a connection. Well, within the first 3 months, they were into it already. Let's get into it. I want to put up a poll. So, Ashley was a an influencer, because there's a lot of rumors going around. She was a bottle girl. She was, I'm just gonna put this, a high paid escort. Escort. Or we're gonna put D. Joe set her up. And we gotta put these things out there. Because in my opinion, Joe Joe set her up. And the reason why I say Joe set her up is because when you are engaged, when you are in love and you've got your partner and y'all are just living it up, like life is great, like you've just accomplished like a big deal, like you found the love of your life. Now it's time for you to, sit down, settle down. Now it's time for us to start planning the wedding. Is now it's time for us to call the family and let them know, hey, I'm off the market. I'm gonna come in from the studio. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm coming in from the studio.
Queen Tulsa, baby. Your favorite shade, your hottest tea, and your headline queen. The Wendy Williams of YouTube, iconic, epic, and always petty when I need to be.
All right, I'm here.
Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube.
All right, y'all, let's get into it. So we are in the studio. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to come into the studio. I had to come in from my laptop. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me go ahead and change up my background, as I will be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But this woman right here was unalive. She was taken out in Zanzibar. Okay, Zanzibar. This is crazy. Woman goes on a trip celebrating her birthday weekend. Okay, celebrating her birthday weekend, celebrating an engagement, and then all of a sudden she just comes up unalive. Oh, well, she was going through all that. Well, what was going on before the trip? And I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. I know Catherine said that she was gonna swoop through here. Um, yes, ma'am. There you go. There is the link whenever you roll footage. Shout out to Queen Sheba. Let me go ahead and share this in the chat so you guys can go over and look at it. Actually, let me go ahead and do this. I'll just drop her channel so you all are able to get into it. Okay. And that's what I can do. So I'm going to drop that in the chat. This is her link to her channel. You guys can go over there. Look at, oh my gosh, she has so many great interviews. But let's get into it. So the one that we're looking for right now is, or was it an upload? I think it was an upload. Okay, so let's get into it. Do y'all think that we should, okay, we should start right here. Um, Ashlee. No. Okay, we'll start right here. And this falls
persona
fair
is
game.
Ashlee Jenae. And as you've all come to know, because we have been covering this case very closely, Ashlee Jenae died in Zanzibar, Tanzania. And we have not stopped fighting for justice since.
So in this video, you're gonna learn that some history about Ashlee. You're going to learn some history about Joe. Okay. There are many headlines. There are so many content creators out here covering the story. But when I say Queen Sheba actually had someone from Africa, we're not saying the location. It was not Tanzania or the location where this happened at, but in Africa. She had come on, she translated the news article into American language to where we understood it, and we kind of broke it down on her channel. But this is the update right here. Hello, Taurus. How are you doing? All right. So this is the update right here. Let's get into it.
Her death became public knowledge. Zanzibar is not letting up. They are not letting go of the notion that Ashlee took her own life. And I have to say something. I've been talking to my source in Africa. A huge part of the reason that Ashlee may not see the light of day when it comes to justice is because her family did not go over there. Her family not showing up, according to my close source, her family not showing up has also caused her case not to be taken seriously.
All right. So let's get into it. In the beginning of the case, once we found out about it, I want to say we found out about it. I want to say maybe like a week or two ago. But the people were saying, okay, well, why aren't the family going over? And as we dug deeper into this case, I kind of see why there was a hesitation, because you're dealing with a multimillionaire. And when you're talking about the connections and how, hey, you speak up or you come out, you say something, oh, we're going to get you taken out allegedly. And so I think that's why the family did not speak out right away. Let's get into it.
They're going to check off the boxes and it's going to be case closed. Mark my words. Now, what I do want to update you on before we get into the thick of it, and I'm not going to keep you long, there is video surveillance. There is video surveillance. We've all been asking the same question. We've been all asking, where is the damn proof? We want to see the video footage. My source did confirm that surveillance footage of the separation does exist up until the police showed up in the ambulance. I just want to give you that. We're going to talk about it. For those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel,
and listen, we are going to talk about it because there are allegations that Joe McCann, he has ties or he's invested into emergency services over there. So that definitely does make a big difference. When you talk about the connections over there, when you talk about, like I said, this is a young woman. This guy is twice her senior, and he's interested in the younger woman. And so you have to understand this: when somebody is older than you, then they have a little bit more knowledge than you, they have more experience than you. So it's kind of like the younger person is at a disadvantage. Let's get into it.
welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
Now, like I said, I'm not going to hold you long. I'm just going to give you the bullet points and we're going to get the heck out.
Now, listen here. I want you guys to make sure you subscribe to her. This is only a 10-minute, 37-second video, but we are going to actually go through another video. So after this, so please stick around.
Here, I may have some reaction, strong, indifferent, pushback every now and then. But the first things first is they're saying that Zanzibar, this is their story, and they are sticking to it. That Ashlee Jenae, not me, these are not my words. I'm giving you a heads up of what's more likely to come down the pipeline. This is their story. This is what they're going to stick with. that the officials in Zanzibar are now more strongly behind the scenes. They're going with the story that her death appears to be suicide. Now, for shits and giggles, they are still holding Joe McCann. He's still, quote unquote, being questioned by the police. Now, here's the thing, why do you need to hold him that long if she took her own life? They are playing in our faces over there. This is a country that is corrupt. This is a.
Now, listen here. When she says that they are playing in our faces and that country is corrupt, well, listen here. There is a lot going on over there in Zanzibar. Can we be honest? There is a lot going on over in Zanzibar, and people can be paid off. Believe it or not. Like, believe it or not, let's get into it. The Digital Trail, Joe McCann's Tanzania business and Ashlee Jenae's final days. Analyzing Joe McCann's digital footprint and Tanzania business ties before Ashlee Jenae's death. We connect the dots between Joe McCann's digital trail and those Tanzanian business dealings before Ashlee Jenae's tragic passing. He's cool with the people at the villa, one of his friends, allegedly. We expose the calculated moves hidden in social media archives, dissecting how these intentional ties intersect with the industry's dark side. We demand clarity on the money and the motives behind the public facade. What were the finances like? If this is going to go to court, we need to see his finances. We need to see her finances. And we're going to see his finances here in July. We're going to see him this year because he's going to come back to the USA. Oh, yes. Yes. Let's get into it. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Country that I am sure has accepted money under the table to make this thing go away. And not only is it highly likely that they accepted money, there's a possibility that they have accepted money from Joe McCann, but also we have to keep in mind that the man that owns the resort is a very prominent man, a man that has been featured on the.
Hello? Hello? Can we bring that back up? He has ties. His friend that owns that villa has been featured on Forbes magazine. So when people say, oh, you think you bigger than the program, you gonna F around and found out. You gonna F around and found out. Not find out, but you found out. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. When you're talking about the upper echelons, when you're talking about people with long money, when you talk about people that have people on call that's waiting to eat you up like a dinner, you might want to fall back. Let's get into it.
Cover of Forbes, okay? So we have to make this go away. And either you're going to do it voluntarily or by force. Now, typically, if you understand the dark web and the underground world, they try to buy you off before they off you.
Buy you off or off you. See, we're not talking about $1,000, $10,000. No, baby, we're talking about money. And we're talking about long money. And we're talking about investments. We're talking about a facade. We're talking about a character image that has to be upheld. Are you with the program or not?
Let me say it again. Typically, they try to buy you off before they off you. I can almost bet you, if I had to guess, that money has exchanged hands and the story is going to be Ashlee took her own life. Now,
let's get into it. Let's get into it. Why is it that our sisters and brothers go across sea, visit these countries, and when something happens like this, oh, don't nobody know what's going on? Everybody's withholding information. Is somebody getting paid under the table? Is somebody paying to cover it up? Let's get into it.
If that's true, ask yourselves, then why in the hell are you still questioning Joe McCann? Why is he still being detained? If you know for a fact that Ashlee took her own life, is that not an injustice to Joe? I mean, wouldn't you want to be fair, Zanzibar? Now,
Let's be honest. If your loved one was being held in another country and they're saying, oh, well, this person didn't do it, why won't they let him go? Why can't you release my family member? If you saying that this was a suicide and that he had nothing to do with it, he was over in Villa 65, she was in Villa 25, it was 8 to 10 minutes away from each other. He's done nothing. You went in, you went to questioning, but you still have him in custody. What's the tea?
why would you house and hold an innocent man who
Elaine, how are you? Good to see you. So, look, Queen, I saw you at Lolo. Thank you so much for coming over. Let me put you up on the screen.
has absolutely nothing to do with his fiance's death? That sounds like a crooked system to me. And if I were Joe, man, I would be pissed off, wouldn't you? If I had absolutely nothing to do with her death and these people are
Absolutely. If I had nothing to do with somebody's unalivement, let me go. Let my people go. You know? And listen here, guys, it's an open panel. I've been here for 21 minutes. Ooh, it's been 21 minutes. But listen here, shout out to Lolo. If anybody can drop Lolo's link in the chat, okay, because she did help a sister out this evening. But let's get up into this content. We're going to listen to a little bit more. I say we'll probably go to about 6 minutes, and you guys can go and look at it to its full entirety, and we're going to jump on to the next video.
refusing to let me go. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this? Now, of course, Sweet Joe is not being charged with any crime.
Shay,
His
good to see
passport is
you,
still being
boo.
withheld. It's just policy, best practice, safety precaution. So he has not been granted authorization to yet leave Tanzania. Yet. Heavy, strong emphasis on yet. They still have not released the autopsy report.
Let's go. Shank Rock is in the building. I'll be dropping all these content creators links in the chat. I want you guys to go over and make sure you subscribe to them. If you're a content creator, say I'm a content creator so I'll know to get your link and throw it in the chat so we can have everybody reach around to you all. Shank Rock, I was actually bragging about you and Miss Parker. I got a redirect, and the audience here, I informed them about you. So it's wonderful that you showed up. All right, it's an open panel. You guys feel free to hit the link whenever you want. We'll listen to a little bit more, and I want to hear from you. Let's go.
The question is why. Here's the thing. We just got the autopsy report publicly on Celeste Rivas Hernandez. They did her autopsy report. We just got it. How in the hell we don't have Ashlee's in hand? What are you hiding? What are you trying to make go away? What poses a conflict? What is it that would expose your crooked, dirty system? What is it in the autopsy report that's not going to align with the story that you want us to believe?
Because I feel like, in my opinion, there is going to be violence. There's going to show like assault. In my opinion, in my mind, I don't know this to be true. This is alleged. I feel like there was way more going on than what they are given to the public. And from what I've been hearing, they've been threatening the Tanzanians and the individuals in that country where she was unalived to don't put out no press. People will be dealt with accordingly if they put out any type of press that is related to this Ashlee Jenae's case.
I'll wait. there's been no homicide ruling. And also, they probably won't make the toxicology reports public, according to my
And
source,
see,
and
this
no
is
charges.
this is my thing, the toxicology. See, everybody, okay. Hey, Catherine. Catherine, you here with me?
Yeah, I'm here with you. Sorry about being late.
Oh, no, 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 baby. You're fine. You're perfectly fine. You're never late. The queen's never late.
Okay. All
You're
right.
always on time.
All right.
Um, this is what I was saying, like the toxicology report. Like, I want to see what was in her system. Like, y'all are seeing like the outside, the suicide, and all that. I want to see what was in her system. And listen here, guys. Welcome to the stage. This is Miss Catherine S. Powell. She is a subscriber here on YouTube. You can find her in all sectors. You can see her in chats. Hopefully, we can get her to amp her channel up and she go live and give us some commentary. So without further ado, Miss Catherine Powell, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience and let them know why you're here and what you'll be sounding off on for.
Hello, Queen Tulsa. Thanks for having me. I certainly hope that you will do more commentary like this. And I will definitely be coming over to I will definitely come be coming over here more often to view your channel, and I will also be sharing you out because I do like your commentary. So thanks for having me. And I do think that after I heard the story, multiple people have told the story. I'm starting to believe that he took her over there with the plan of not bringing her back
And why do you feel that?
because he's saying, because why would a person who just newly got engaged, why would they take themselves out of here? What would be the reason for a person who's celebrating their 31st birthday that just got engaged? What would be her reason for? That's supposed to be the happiest time of your life. You're getting engaged. I mean, I've been asked. I've never actually followed through, but that's a really happy occasion. And she's celebrating her birthday. It seems kind of strange. From the very first time when I heard it, it would have been. See, here's the whole thing, right? Why would she have to go do it in another country?
Right.
See,
She
if
was feeling that way because they're trying to say, oh, well, did she have any mental health or whatever the case may be? Well, was this, I mean, is there any type of in black and white where it shows that Ashley Robinson tried to take her life before?
I mean, here's the whole thing. All throughout this story that I've heard, from maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when she first passed away, nobody has ever said mental health issues. But even if that was the case, why would she have to go to another country to do that? See, that's the part that's stumping me. Who's going to pay to get on a plane? Pay to no, see, because that don't add up. It just don't make sense. Because if she wanted to do it, she could have did it here. She didn't have to fly over into Africa because those flights and things like that are very expensive. And I
Hmm.
just, I just could be wrong about that. I just don't believe that somebody would pay to get on a flight and then they ain't coming back.
Well, what I'm having a hard time is she did this over this man. Like, what made this man so special to where this black woman wanted to take herself out? What I'm feeling is Mama had the DM lit. Like her DM was lit. Dudes was in her inbox. Hey, what's up? Listen here, when you get done with white boy, come on back to the black side so I can give you this wood. I'ma blow your back out. I got money. When you think about Florida, and I think about the hustlers in Florida, like there are plenty of black men in Florida, um, that are business savvy, that are educated. I don't know why people are trying to downplay black men as though all these guys are just bad men. There are some good black men, there are some good white men, there are some good Asian, Arab, whatever you want to call it, in all type of races and different cultures. But I just feel like with her, I think she bit off more than she could chew. I think being a young woman, she wasn't ready for that ride. That was a grown man ride, and she was still on a titty. And the reason why I say she was still on a titty is because she didn't have grown women around her. She didn't have women around her that was teaching her that type of game. Whether we want to say, oh, it was the game or not, listen here. When you are dealing with rappers, when you are dealing with high profile men, listen, they have a type, they have fetishes, they have an appetite for certain things that you are just not privy to. And I want to say that in that time span of 1 and 3 months, when he flipped on her, she had plenty of signs. I think she ignored him. I think, like us as, ladies that date the guys, we've been in relationships where a guy done messed up. Okay, we're going to give him a chance. And okay, he done messed up again. We're going to give him a chance. And until we got tired and fed up, okay, it's time to move on. I feel like she was at her breaking point and shit went left.
I think with the acts of aggression, um, I think what oftentimes happen with people is, sometimes people say, I'm gonna give this person a chance. So I was arguing with somebody the other day and they said you're by yourself. Now my whole thing is about being by myself is you don't know why I'm by myself. You don't know whether I chose to be by myself or you don't, but see, we look at it and say, oh, that person is there's a difference between being alone and lonely. See, some people don't want to be single because they have a fear of being lonely when the very truth of the matter is when you're single, that is the time to build your character and work on yourself. But when you're quick to get in a relationship with somebody because you don't want to be by yourself, then what will happen is you'll pick somebody that might mistreat you regardless of their color. See, color is just their color is it's their race, whatever. But it's the content of who they is really are. Because you have some good black men, you have some good white men, some good Chinese men, Italian. But the point is she picked a Caucasian man because her mother, from what I've read, told her that black men aren't good. But wasn't it a black man that made her? Is her father black? Because when they were on TV the other day, it didn't seem like her daddy was a Caucasian man. So I was kind of confused as to why a mother would tell their child that a black man is not good when it appears to be that both her parents are black. That was kind of strange to me. I
Correct.
don't, right. Both her parents are black, right? Or is she mixed?
No, both of her parents are black.
Okay. Because, yeah, her mom was kind of instilling in her not to date, uh,
But
not
can we say
to.
this, Catherine? Like, we may have been in relationships, right? And black guy or white guy. When you break up, I'm gonna speak from experience. When we break up back in the day when I was immature, and I can't even really say I was like that, but I was, okay? Um, oh, you little D, oh, you this, you that. I mean, they're all of that. But when you were with me, I work with that little D, That little D wasn't a problem. But I think that, when we get in our emotions, sometimes we say things that we just can't take back. But I feel like with this situation, when you add money into it, I think it gets a little dangerous. What do you think?
I feel as though that when you don't want to date, or be married to somebody or about to be married, however it goes anymore, one thing I see in 2020, I've seen over the last maybe 3, 4 years is when the relationship is ending, instead of the person letting go, they want to resort to taking the person's life because the person says that they don't want to be with this person anymore, and that's all. That's not the way it's supposed to be. If I tell you that I don't want to be with you anymore, you are supposed to say okay and move around. So what I mean, from that clip that I saw of them arguing in that hotel, when I saw that clip, I ain't think she was going. Here's the whole thing.
Hold on. You saw a clip of them arguing where?
Have been brought against Joe.
Uh-oh, hold on.
The clip that was posted, I don't know if her family requested that it been taken down or who requested that it been taken down, but he was standing over top of her and they were arguing. Now, here's the whole thing. You know how YouTube is with the violence and the
Oh yeah.
harassment, but so whoever posted that, they might have gotten their channel struck or something because they were arguing. They weren't fighting, but they were arguing, verbal altercation.
I
Somebody
feel
might
like
have
he bust
requested,
her eardrum.
huh?
I feel like he bust her eardrum. As we were sitting here, it was
What do you?
like boom, 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 boom in my ear. I feel like he bust her eardrum. Like whoever did it, I mean, they went to town on her. I don't think she's gonna look the same.
Well, here's the whole thing about the heat and being kept for a very long time because she died 3 weeks ago, and so she's still over there, right?
Yeah, she's still there.
Tulsa, she's still over there.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Uh-oh, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Tulsa?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see if they can hear me. Did I mess up?
Okay. Can you hear me, Tulsa? Um,
Yeah, can you hear me? Hold on. I can hear you. Can y'all hear us in the chat? Can you put a one in the chat if you can hear us? One in the chat if you can hear me. Two in the chat if you can hear Catherine. Let me get into the studio. One in the chat if you can. Okay, y'all can hear me. Y'all can't hear her. Sound one. Y'all can hear me.
I can't hear you though, Tulsa.
Oh shit. Okay, drop down and come back up, Catherine. Okay. Well, while Miss Catherine does that, we're gonna listen to a little bit of this. Let's get into it. Shit. Can y'all hear me? Girl, I got the wrong thing up. I'm over here thinking that y'all can hear the girl, I didn't got the situation up. I need to take that one down and let me bring this one up because we need to hear this. Okay, let me remove that one and bring her up. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's get into it, y'all. Listen, if you are just now joining in, I want you guys to, I dropped some content creators channels in the chat. We have Queen Sheba Darling. We also have Shank Rock in the building. And also, if you're content creators, drop your link in the chat or let me know that you're a content creator. And oh, I got to drop Lolo's link in the chat. All right, let's take a listen and we'll be right back.
Report publicly on Celeste Rivas Hernandez. They did her autopsy report. We just got it. How in the hell we don't have Ashlee's in hand? What are you hiding? What are you trying to make go away? What poses a conflict? What is it that would expose your crooked, dirty system? What is it in the autopsy report that's not going to align with the story that you want us to believe?
All right, Miss Catherine, can you hear me? Miss Catherine. Okay, we gotta. If I kick her out, then she'll come back. What is it that they are hiding from us? If this is the truth, let's let the truth be. I mean, the truth ain't don't need no witnesses. The truth don't need nobody to come up and congratulate. The truth is gonna be the truth. But what we heard was this woman unalived herself. What we heard was that this man found her. How did he find her when he was over in number 65? At what point in time was he supposed to come back over here to 25? Who initiated that? Let's get into it. Okay, let me drop yours, honey. Let's get into it. All right, let's go.
I'll wait. There's been no homicide ruling. And also, they probably won't make the toxicology reports public, according to my source, and no charges have been brought against Joe. They are handling Joe now as a witness. Listen to this crap. As a witness and not a suspect. So, what did he witness?
Right.
Police commander? Because in your press conference,
What
you
did
stated over.
what did he witness? He didn't see anything. He don't know anything. He was over at Villa number 65. What could Joe possibly have seen? What type of information is he withholding? Do he know anything? Why did he wait 11 hours to call her mom? When he got into a fight, did he call? Why didn't he call? She called. Let's get into it. You wanted her hand in marriage, but you wanted to wait 11 hours. You talked to them when you needed her hand in marriage.
And over again that at the time of Ashlee's death, Joe was not in the room. Let me say it again. Sir, you said Joe was not in the room. Hell, as a matter of fact, you walked him way on yonder down the road to Villa 65, which is very specific according to you.
Exactly. 8 to 10 minutes away. You're 8 to 10 minutes away, but why are you even arguing and fighting with your soon to be wife? If there's trouble in the beginning, there's going to be trouble if you jump that broom, because it lets me know that you didn't even take the initiative to do the necessary work, maybe try marriage counseling or try to see if y'all could get over the little hurdles that y'all had been through a little earlier in the process. But no, 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 no. You were Mr. Perfect. You wanted this to go through. You didn't want her to be smart in any aspect. Why would he encourage her to educate herself? Because it would expose him. Let's get into it.
At least minimum an 8 to 10 minute walk. So you tell me, sir, what in the hell was he eyewitness to if he was not in the room?
Let's talk about it. What could he have seen? Do this nigga got x-ray vision? He got x-ray vision. He can see through the walls. What is it that he know? Who called him and told him? What's the tea? I'm trying to figure it out, y'all.
You see where I'm going with this, people? Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Hell yeah.
Let's continue.
Let's go.
Now, critical evidence, according to my source, is still missing from public view. And she's translating, right? I think what she's saying is being withheld from public view. We're not going to get to see the evidence. They're going to make sure that it doesn't see the light of day. And there is surveillance footage of what happened. Maybe not necessarily.
But guess what? There's footage of what happened. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that the surveillance footage can be tampered with? Do you think that it can be altered? Do you think that AI is up on it? Do you think that, the reason why they haven't turned him loose and gave us a statement is because they're trying to get their ducks in a row? I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure this out. This beautiful young black woman about to go on a journey in her life. I mean, marriage. Hold on, first birthday, marriage, or engagement. I want to have a family. I want to have kids. Shit, I'm in my 30s. This is what it is. This is what's popping. It's time to get sit down and settle down. She wanted to sit down and settle. Okay, this what it is. Okay, everything matching up. Okay, I could see this. There's no way that we could go wrong, in my opinion. Thank you, Queen. I emailed you. I would love your audience to see my stories since we're speaking of crimes. Elaine Omari. Yes, ma'am. We will definitely make sure you email me. We'll interview you here. Yes, absolutely. You said absolutely it can be altered. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Elaine. You know, when you have all this time, and like I said, when they had reported it, it was like, oh, it was a suicide. She did it to herself, and oh, she was on the door, and then the butler he tried to get through the door. Who was behind that door, forcing him not to get in? That's the question. Who all was in that room?
Necessarily to death, but there's footage. How come we can't see that?
Why?
But
Why can't we see it? Why can't we see it? Why we can't see it? The unedited version. Is this man, this white devil, gonna be a monster? Was it just him in there? Was it others? Let's talk about it. Was there any substances going on up in there? Was there any partying and playing going on? You're on vacation. This is a town, they say the locals, he's a regular. For $20, $20. Listen, $20, ladies.
the source did say by the time, well, they didn't say by the time. This is exactly what they said. Things have now been tampered with. Things have now been tampered with and changed.
See, and this is where I don't like to play. So you telling me that this lady's life is just she's just nothing. Nothing. She visited a country that don't give a damn about her. If they gave a damn about her, this would be different. Black woman going to Africa. Let's get into it.
So whatever is going to be put out is the narrative that they're going to want us to go with. Her family not showing up gave them ample amount of time to drive the narrative that Ashlee Jenae took her own life. Her family not showing up has also caused her case not to be taken serious in this foreign country. And they also wanted us to know, and for me to share with you, that it's been almost mandated in that country. Listen.
Absolutely. Listen here, y'all. When I tell y'all, okay, hold on. Thank you for covering it. Thank you, Boo. Listen, I mean, this is a human being. I know she's getting a lot of backlash of how she did and what she did and how she did it. I don't give a damn about none of that. I'm concerned about this woman went over for a vacation and she planned on coming back. Her family would be lucky to have Queen on the case. Queen would solve the case. Listen, baby, we would have been on a first thing smoking over there. Okay. But we had to be armed and dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Got to be equipped. We got to bring you got to be ready because this is a big organization. Whenever you're going up against the big dogs, the heavy hitters like you got to be ready. Let's see. Let's let's get into it. We'll listen to a little bit more. Actually, no, we won't, because that's going to be almost all of it. All right. Now, I want to go right here. I want to go to Alexis K. Tyler because she did Ashlee Jenae's case. Now, listen here, guys. Y'all can just relax. You can put your headphones in. What I'll do is, oh, breaking blood stain evidence found. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's like 6 hours ago. No, we're not gonna do that one. Y'all can put your headphones in. Let's take a listen. I'm just gonna let this ride out. We're gonna let it play. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna let this play. Let's go.
Celebrity reads.
And I'm gonna drop.
Going to this is important. So I want this up here so I don't forget it. And I'm gonna write it too. This is tying into all the information about Ashlee Jenae and what is going on globally and the messages that Nipsey gave me and the messages that the voodoo priest in Tanzania gave me, the Aboriginal high priest that's in Australia down underground, throwing his runes, his stones. And when he's throwing these stones, they don't look just like regular stones. Some of them look like skeleton heads and bones. There are these, I have to tell you about the three, what are they? The three albinos. These are three albino spirits. I have seen three of them. I saw with the mermaids and the spirits speaking to me, sent me, hey baby, please put my cash up in here and make it clap. Sent me to Australia because Tanzania, Zambia, these different African countries and these islands where the original inhabitants are and the natives there, the Indians there, they also have black blood, the originals, and that have been intermixed with, if whites have gotten to them, or imported from one African country or continent to, it's a continent, excuse me, Africa, one country to the other through slavery, and then imported over here, mixed with the indigenous so-called blacks here that all did not come from Africa. When I went, and I told y'all it was human sacrifices going over there in Tanzania, and they got her organs, and one of those spirits want to eat her liver, got her eyes too. Some type of an autopsy has been done on her. It's going to be more than one. It hasn't already. They wanted her organs for organ trafficking and have her for sex trafficking, counterfeit different currencies, as Nipsey's told me, and gold coins, gold bullion and Bitcoin, drug trafficking, and then having their scientists there from the United States and some other countries as well, creating different strains of HIV, infecting them people over there so they can kill them and take over that country, and paying corrupt black leaders and in politics, president running the government. I got to look at the president, but he is corrupt. He is tied to the economic hitman of the United States and the CIA. And that man that killed her is a hitman. He is a heavily, I'm just reiterating some of the things I've said. I don't care what these other fucking psychics say, that they are promoting but won't acknowledge me. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Misha. This was not just about some goddamn, some petty argument about how her fucking a nigga and he fucking a bitch, because both of them had an understanding. And he know that's what she in them clubs would do. I don't care what Joe Budden say. I don't care what none of these motherfucking celebrities say, because we know he go both ways and suck dicks. And his ex-girlfriend, a Latin girl he was fucking with from New York, Love and Hip Hop New York, even put out an article, I don't know if it's true, a few years ago, talking about he was messing with the dog, goddamn it, even like to mess with boys. He came out and admitted he was bisexual. So, I mean, trying to say, she was so sweet, she never did this, y'all attacking my friend. Yeah, right, of course you're going to fucking say that, because for some reason, I keep getting some disease here somewhere. Could have been a disease you can fix, like chlamydia or yeast or something, but I'm keep getting that H, that herpes, goddamn it. Now, somewhere floating around in here. And between them two and somebody she was connected to, because she did, she just worked hard and she was in, you work so hard. I'm not saying that everybody in a strip club fucks. And I'm not saying that everybody working a strip club strip. They think she was a bottle girl, that's all she was. But other people that know her around her saying, nah, she was fucking with different niggas. First of all, we know Kevin Gates is a freak. You all up under him, and he laughed, and he said he making, well, I don't know if he said it, but he seemed like he was joking when he said she crazy, she here with the Lamborghini and all. I mean, we know how these celebrities get down. I don't really have a lot of bad shit. I'm gonna go into, I think he even talked about being molested by a man or something growing up, been through a lot of trauma. I know he been in and out of jail. I like that he played my goddamn it video up there, Penis Power, a year or two ago. Tamar Brax, all of them was sharing my video on Penis Power. Tasha K was spreading my video on Penis Power. So he seems pretty open and honest, but you hang around freaks, known freaks, goddamn, in celebrity circles, and now you so good and sweet. I don't believe it. Hey, baby, good morning, grand rising, get that money, throw that pussy, all that shit, goddamn it. Click the like and subscribe. I ain't gonna be here too long. I just need to reiterate this shit. I said it was an argument about men. It wasn't an argument. I mean, they weren't engaged yet to be married or nothing, but even if they was, it was still gonna be some cheating going on because he a freak. He got a fetish for black flesh and black blood and black organs. He might even be connected to some type of child trafficking. I know he involved with prostitution, sex trafficking, racketeering, goddamn it, violation of the RICO Act. They can't get his ass over here. But he has connections in the U.S. He be here. He got business partners and the cryptocurrency, as well as connected to banks, different financial institutions, and multi-billionaire investors in the United States. If he fell off and lost money, it's not because they took it. It's because of, I keep seeing a black market leak and him dealing with the wrong investors. I don't care what nobody say. She was connected to U.S. investors, and I'm hearing yuan or yen, which would be Asian currency. She was connected to people of different races, wealthy Asians. I think she had been to an Asian country before, and them here in the U.S. heavy, even some. I'm hearing Iranian, I'm hearing Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. She was around all these different men, other white men, high rollers. That's what she liked to fuck with, high rollers, and they want to fuck her and be around her. I don't see she did no potty shit. It might come out, but I don't see she did no toilet stool shit. But I mean, of course, somebody wanted to with these. She was around these freaks with different fetishes. I keep seeing, I've seen a minimum of 6 men that were investors here that brought this scamming idea to her to trick off on this white man. That's what I'm saying. So they was using each other. She wasn't too bright at it. We know that because her body ain't breathing no goddamn it more. Besides to him, it was 3 men in that goddamn room, but it's one of his partners. I'm saying what I'm saying. And I'm seeing all these animal totems around them. Somebody over there, they like to eat. Black people like to eat black people. I ain't finna put no motherfucking white folks in this shit. Now they join in and dine, but they ain't gonna eat everybody over there. And they like children. They have fetishes for black children and aboriginal children. That's what, I'm sorry, children, baby children, honey. Children. Thank you. I love you, Nelda. Children. And some of the children's dead standing up here, some Australian, which I think Aboriginal to them, from what I've just been reading the past few hours, is offensive to the Aboriginal gods. Because, peace to the God. You can't disrespect the goddammit gods of all the original nations. This is a God sitting in a human body. I've seen his ass before because Nipsey brought him in here. So I've been speaking to him from the Dirty South about 6 years now since Nipsey came in here. And my baby came to see me today. Nipsey's been in here all day. He had been in the military underground bases and camps in the frozen kingdom in Alaska, North Pole, and Antarctica. Antarctica is tied to Alaska and the Aboriginal people. I got to find their original name because if some of them hear this, I mean, no disrespect. I don't want them to think that because I'm getting the feeling this Aboriginal priest mentioned it's the Uhuru, a red mountain, one of the tourist mountains that the whites have made popular. It's a red mountain. We need to look at that. Damn it, it's Big Ben volcano. We need to look at, which will tie into the Big Ben clock in London, which have stolen from them, and Egypt, and stole they. We know they stole their gold. We know they stole the diamond crowns, the artifacts. Queen Elizabeth wearing them, flossing and flexing, stealing their shit from Egypt, all of the great African civilizations, and then putting them to their knees. You can see the movie, the series of Shaka Zulu on YouTube, but I noticed they start like erasing the motherfucker. Where it's hard to find it. So a long time ago, I had to go to the video store when they used to be hot. I had to get the collection. They said Shaka Zulu was a cold motherfucker. They had to kill him. And they said, and even the blacks were scared of him. Shaka Zulu daddy was raw, but Shaka Zulu was rawer than his goddamn daddy, to the point that daddy was shaking when he seen his own goddamn son, because he did his mama. He did Shaka Zulu mama, treat her like a whore, because his family didn't like him. He could have many wives, but they didn't like the mother. And when they saw him as a little boy, they brought this goddamn midget voodoo doctor in there and held up Shaka's heel, cut the heel. He put it in a bowl and started doing.
Yes, thank you so much for the cash app. I did receive it, Elaine. Thank you so much, guys. If you would like to support me, that is my cash app. We are listening to Alexis K. Tyler. This is her cash app if you guys would like to support her. So, and then also Queen Sheba, I think hers is $ Queen Sheba Biz. If you would like to support her, we have utilized their content tonight. And if you like to support those queens, definitely go ahead and do that. All right, let's get into it. And thank you once again. One moment. Let's give you a thank you. Where is... Oh, my little... Hold on. Okay, hold on. I was like, where's my video clips? Hold on. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in.
Divination over Shaka Zulu's blood. Now you got to kill this little motherfucker early, goddamn it. They want to kill him about 8 or 9 years old. They knew Shaka was gonna be so goddamn raw. Get this motherfucker out of him. They tell me that's a child. They kept telling the daddy, I know that's one of your children. We don't want his mama to be one of your wives. We don't want him in here because he gonna get big and tear this motherfucker down. And that's exactly what he did because of the abuse and the disrespect. He was so cold-blooded when the Europeans in the U.S. had slaves over here. One of the slave ports could have been out of the U.S. at the time on one of the islands. All them goddamn niggas in there started talking about this name, Shaka, to the point they was shaking, even though they was away from his ass. And the white folks said, who is this Shaka? Who is it? They started bucking their eyes and shaking then. And they weren't even scared of the whites, but they were scared of this motherfucker right here. They had to go send spies from London to go check him out. They couldn't believe it was a nigga this cold on this planet. The whites went back and said, yeah, that's a beast. He will come against us if we cannot entice him on money, the Bible, liquor, tobacco, and pussy. Then we need to put this motherfucker down, like these niggas talking about putting him down. And as y'all can see, you read the story, you look at the documentary, you can see basically his own people, his auntie, hey auntie, her, because the daddy died, and the daddy wouldn't do it, but they would do dirty shit to them. His mother and him were running. They became fugitives. The Zulu put out a hit. His own daddy put out a hit when he was a little boy. And they were so dirty, and they were hungry, and they would struggle. Him, his mama, and his grandmama. He said, oh, man, I'm finna unleash the beast. I'm finna cut all y'all goddamn throat behind this. Not throat, throat behind this shit. So he came back. That was one of my favorite scenes. This shit was raw. How Shaka came out of the wilderness. The daddy sent the whole army to kill one man, which is his son. Bring him here, living or dead. Shaka knew it. Henry Seeley, oh my God. He died, but that was such a powerful actor. Everybody was in love with Henry Seeley. I mean, who, Misha? What, is somebody in here? Is it a troll? Okay, let me see. Let me go see, because I'm not going to go back and forth with, let me see, where are they? Where is it, baby? I'm looking for somebody named Anna. I don't even know what this person is talking about. You're right. Get air. That's what he told his dad. And he became a teenager and tall and muscular and fine. And he had to become great from being out in the wilderness on the run from his own goddamn dad and the own government, own tribal people. He came in there raw with his mama and his own. I don't even think he had a big military. He came there raw by himself. He looked at his daddy. He said, this is who you're going to make king over me? He said, I'm the rightful heir to claim the throne. And what you won't give me, Father, one day I will take that shit. That's exactly what he did. Came back looking at his half brother sitting on the throne beside the half brother mama as his daddy died. He looked at him. He said, I'm the rightful owner. He had this woman that was in love with him. They out there on the water, standing by the water on the rock. She greasing him down. They made his crown. Everything had his spirit in his hand. He come in. He said, give me me. I want what's mine. He said, oh, him? You made him king over me? Leaned down and stabbed his ass. I mean, cold stabbed his ass. Now, first he said, bow to me. And he said, Shaka, you are my Lord. You are my king. He bowed to him. He said, you are a fool. Stabbed that ass. Killed him right there in front of his mama, in front of his aunt, in front of the whole community. Just stabbed that ass. Down on the ground, bleeding. Looked at the mama like, you want some? Then took his throne, told his mother to sit beside him and take the throne. They started plotting on that ass right then. This nigga got to go. But they wouldn't confront him. That's when the whites came in. They said, we want this territory, but we already know if we can't get him to bow with the Bible, liquor, tobacco, pussy, we can't give him no white women, his ass must goddamn it die. He must be subdued because they know Shaka wasn't going to be no punk, bent over, face down, ass up. He wasn't going to compromise. They tricked him into it. They realized he was a psychological phenomenon, a nigga, because they thought all niggas dumb. He out in the bush, he out in the wild. They realized it wasn't in the bush. He built a very powerful military empire. Do you all know that some of the killing techniques and skills the British stole from Shaka Zulu? Look it up. Some and the way he developed his own spear. He had the voodoo priest. He brought a goat, and this man that learned how to work with iron and create spears for fighting for different tribes. He shortened the stick that they use with the spear on the top. He said, "No, I can't really fuck with this. I want a spear, cut the wooden part of it in half so I can do, goddamn it, close up on this motherfucker, get hand to hand, and a close quarter combat like I want to, and disembowel a motherfucker." Because the way they were fighting, they stand in a distance and throw a long spear. He said, "Goddamn all that, goddamn it, I ain't got time for that because that's hit and miss. I need to get up on the nigga, get in their ass and dissect their ass." And that's what he did. That went against, they looked at fighting and going back and forth with a tribe, like joking, taunting somebody, stalking somebody, like a game. He said, "Goddamn, I ain't got time for all that knick-knack, paddywhack shit." And he went up against his dad's tribe. The dad watching, he said, "Watch this." Because none of the generals would listen to Shaka when he was a soldier. So he became his own general. Sometimes you in situations, people disrespect you, pushing you down, holding you back, won't let you rise and shine. They either know it and they fear you, so they try to kill you and push you down, or they don't know it, they don't see it, because sometimes you might come as a quiet storm. And many people that are quiet, they think are weak. He said, "Fuck all this shit. Y'all throwing these spears. Y'all got these goddamn sandals that can't stay on my foot." Because he was big, had some big ass goddamn feet. He, watch this, he ran up on the daddy's military and damn gutted this motherfucker. They just whoop, dropped. It was done. Stomach open, guts out, ass out, bleeding like a motherfucker. The British studied him and thought he was so rare and so brilliant, but he was black. So we cannot have him in control. We can't do nothing with him, and we can't steal this territory. But they stole from him. Had him, I mean, this shit is so fucked up. Like I said, you could tell I like the story because I'm, thank you, baby. Ikloa, put it in here, Bangura, Dr. Bangura. If I'm not saying that, so you know what I'm talking about. I love it. I've watched that so many times. I learned so much of it. And that is the same psychology. Going back to the voodoo doctor, I ain't left you. In Australia and Tanzania, though, there's two of them. Plus, you saw I talked to the intersex bisexual. Goddamn, well, I don't even want to say bisexual. Straight up gay. He said he a woman in the inside, like Shaka Khan. So he every woman. He want to be a black woman. He want to be the indigenous woman with the Eve DNA, the mitochondrial DNA, and will also go back to Ethiopia. He said they dead. They in the lab studying her and they killing her ass at the same time. Some of these black women stay the fuck away from them because they not no goddamn good. Oh, come over here with that shit. Oh, peace to the goddess, peace to the God. Oh, the black woman, divine woman, the most divine and holy woman on the goddamn planet. And if she do something, sell pussy, sucking dick, prostituting, stripping and stuff, it ain't, she still divine. She got, yeah, she the low side of the first chakra. And lift her feet and ass up and take dick. So she is reflecting, she living in the first chakra, which they teach you in the world to live in the first chakra, your ass, your pussy, your nuts, your dick. All I got is my balls and my word. They got you on that low shit, that low level freaky type late night drive shit. That's all you want, and that's gonna bring death and destruction and mayhem to her pussy, to her world, to her children, to her household, because that's the only way she gonna be riding around and getting it. Because you can get quick money selling pussy, shaking your ass, selling dope, all the low-level vices. They got your ass in the 7 sins. And as long as you tied in that with your pussy, you a low-level goddess, just straight on that trap sex magic shit. And it ain't gonna lead to nothing but destruction when that's how you in vagina power. So you can go high, you can go middle ground on the shit, you can be in the badlands with the shit, or you can go vagina power in nirvana, straight 7th chakra and beyond. At your pussy and beneath that and beyond. That's right. The bind down strongholds, bind hands, 2 feet to load mouth with rocks, Z straight way to hell, remove stumbling block, enable the seed Z to grow tall, strong, and multiple for your glory. Yeah, because that has a short window, that has a short shelf life. I don't care how old you get, and if you are operating at level, that's fine. That's what you do. But y'all don't come over here and tell me that no more, because I'm gonna block you and I'm gonna disagree with you, because that is the realm. That's the demonic low realm in the third dimension that puts you in a trick. Take all of your maritime law rights to water, take your rights to air, take your rights to land, take your rights to on land water and the air that you breathe, bind you and have this 13 Illuminati families and people that are their slaves, and that they use to handle the masses. They have them to block your ass out of all of the riches their bloodline has accumulated through slavery, and say that you can't have none. And then, but okay, we will give your people rap and hip hop, because when I grew up and when it started, come from New York, it was the Sugar. What was it? I forgot. Sugar Hill rap, and the other rappers, Nas, and the other female rappers, and they were powerful black queens that preached unity and strength, and they didn't take their clothes off, teaching you pride in yourself and your community, knowing your history, knowing the history of your ancestors, and repping that, respecting that, building communities based on their principles. Each one teach one, and keeping your money in your community, having people that you go to the corner store that look like you. You go to restaurants, your insurance companies. Even in Atlanta, if you look at the history of it, with segregation, black folks had to engage each other because whites didn't want us in their communities or having money, and they would take your property. Just like you look at Florida, you look at Rosewood, you look at Oklahoma. We had our own Wall Streets. They stole these things from us and copied it, and then kill you about it, mad and jealous, and said, "Oh, we're gonna hang him up in his store, outside his store, because he raped a white woman. He raped no goddamn white woman. You white, and you raped her ass, and you beat her ass like you've been doing on that caveman shit. And then you said this black man did it because you mad because they got more than you, and they got these stores and they got these towns, and you want to take that shit and screw." That's a lot of times what was going on. Black men weren't going around here raping no goddamn white women. You need to know your history, and they justify stealing it. And they give you an option. Okay, you look at segregation, and a lot of black folks didn't want to deal with black folks. They wanted to be with white women. They were sneaking to be with them, but they weren't raping them. And a lot of white women were throwing that pussy to niggas. Then they get mad, or white man catch them, and on the plantation taking and sucking all kind of black dick. He raped me. Or they having a baby, and then oh yeah, the master's wife is pregnant. Don't let it fuck up and come out and have no tan on it, Lord. They cutting his throat. You been fucking the niggers around here? No, I want. Yeah, she getting her ass beat in that end and drugged. But he can go fuck the boys and the girls, goddamn it, down now. He can then say, "Well, Jim, I know you got a party going on in Virginia on the plantation. I'm gonna send 5 black wenches, adult age, childbearing age. I'm gonna send the buck I use to fuck them all and impregnate them, and 5 of his friends. Y'all can get off and have a whorehouse down there, and then I'm gonna have a whole house for the goddamn children, because I like, her little 5-year-old boy. Shit like." Now, you know what? Why am I ain't even want to get into this goddamn shit, but this is going back to the I'm gonna take it back around now. Give me a minute. That's why I start off with Shaka Zulu. I'm going to this first chakra shit with these black bitches now. And that goes back to this albino Chewbacca, the false Chewbacca. fuck he bring with this albino coming the fuck out of here? Because I had seen some albino shit over there in Tanzania. I think they're human trafficking. I was like, is this true? So I looked it up. I said, this what this human trafficking ties to her. And one thing she said about an hour ago, I was listening, she was still running. And she said, I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter. I said, the fuck? She should be called this corporation. She heard them talking. It's got something to do with Tanzania. So I'm wondering, is the shit going on over there? Because that's what's going on in the United States and worldwide. In European countries, America cannot do that shit because they said McDonald's over there has three ingredients, potatoes sliced in the form of a French fry, oil, and then throw some goddamn salt on it. Over here, what? We got 15 chemicals in the shit. Hey, DT 0924. That's interesting, your name. Right when I said that shit right there, somebody with a number in their goddamn name would be a barcode, a serial code, a patent on industrial strength poisons and chemicals going, I can't believe it's not butter. Y'all feel like it? You look up the ingredients and see what chemicals are in. I can't believe it's not butter. I took that two ways with Jenae, with Ashlee Jenae. First of all, what we're looking at with her murder is a scam. As Marvin Gaye say, believe in half of what you see, some and none of what you hear. This is corporate level espionage, conspiracy, and murder, and conspiracy to commit murder and lure someone from one place to another to decapitate them. So even though he didn't physically cut her head off, he choked her ass out. Put her in a goddamn semi-comatose state where she can see some and none of what she see and hear. Closed the eyes on a physical level, made a third eye blind, blinded a pineal. See, you need to open your eyes because with this I can't believe it's not butter shit. This fake food, this Franken food is right. It ain't coming. It's right in a city near you. This system getting ready to fall. These oil refineries, the time limit on the petrodollar is falling. Because if you look up now during this Iran, USA to Israel conflict, you will see in the United States and globally, there have been oil refinery, mishaps, accidents, fires, explosions. We just had one 2-3 days ago in India. You think that this is an accident? You said, will the Fiance team fall? No, Nelda. They might decide to make him a scapegoat. They might not. But see, these are part, I'm hearing Deutsche Bank, Swiss Bank, City Corporation tied to the banking system. That's a chain. These are people you cannot see. These are people in Israel, Dubai, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Sudan, Somalia. See, I'm sorry to tell you, honey, but here in Nigeria, Zambia, Asia, these are multicultural banking, finance, cartels that include drug slanging, gang banging, assassins, military in different countries. They got their own hit squads, from the highs to a low whore and goddamn Bangkok down to Africa and the US that will slide up on you, and whatever you looking for and whatever your vice is, they got it. lure your ass in there, your ass wake up fucked up. Wake up, goddamn it, dead. No, you won't. No, they won't. Sorry. They bow to the rulers of the world. And the only thing that if it ain't money and if it ain't currency and if it ain't some commodity on the stock that make they ass and they dick get hard and tick tock and your ass drop, drop, no ma'am. No ma'am. I'm seeing a pig head and a horse head, cow head. They in now. We need to watch our meat anyway. Some of them is going with them damn animals now. Putting a seed in the animal's butt. Getting a hard, stiff, KY greased up nut. That's, I don't know how to fucking put it for you. Thank you, Nelda B. That's very good. You said not under same law, Z citizens. No. Are you talking about the same law the regular people? They enforce and enslave them and put a rock, a burden on their head and a noose around their neck kind of law? No. You know that. Because you have a seat. What you don't understand. And this is what he just told me. And a lot of us are starting to understand. And we will understand it through Moorish law and admiralty law. Law over the sea. Law over, and who has superiority over the sea and the land? U.S. Navy. U.S. military, they say, is the coldest on the planet. But yet, Trump still cannot defeat and make Iran get on his knees and pull their draws down past their butthole. You see what I'm saying? See, that is a part of your natural rights because you have some of the same maritime law when a child is basking in the water of your womb. I don't understand it all yet because I haven't studied Moorish law deeply, but that's who you are, an indigenous person of color. I don't care if it's a black person, Native American, Mexican, Latin, anything. Any of color, that's just who you are. You are the mother of the earth. You are the mother, and then the father. Well, we see where they got his ass at, bending over, wearing skirts and sucking dick and ATL on the DL and everywhere else. Why do I say shit like that? You know what I'm saying? That rhyme. I don't be trying to do that. But I think it's a way you can understand it. You say, ma'am, I'm being haunted by these people. Really? You know, I'm being hunted and gang stalked all the time. So I saved and sanctified. I know exactly how you feel. And you see how they always try to suppress my shit and don't want nobody to know and fuck with me all the goddamn time. That's why I please y'all download my stuff in case they take it down. Download it, chop it, share it, places, put my name on it. So they will know who I am and where it's coming from. Because I ain't gonna be over here too long. I need to move away because it's too dangerous for me. And they've been doing me like this since my videos were put on YouTube behind my back in 2007. And it's clear the people working YouTube don't like me. And we don't have the same agenda. And a lot of other people don't like me. Black folks don't like me either. So I'm very aware of that. So it becomes a lonely life because you'll put yourself in a position to be robbed, set up, raped, kill, all kind of bullshit because they'll send motherfuckers look like you or in your same fucking group, even if they don't look exactly like you. And a lot of times you'll trust them more, think you can trust them more to do their bidding for you. It's even black folks that'll put hits out on you and do dirty shit to you. It ain't always a white person that'll do that shit to you. Even though they might be connected in some type of way, the black person will have to want to do that shit to you, to do that shit to you, and be jealous of you and don't fucking like you to even implement it and ha 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 and TTT in your goddamn face to do the fucking shit. Hey, Redbone, it's good to see you again. That right in the dirty south, trap out. Okay, this is what I'm saying is all tied to the Aboriginal priests that say we are in this time, and for her to finally say that, I said, I can't believe it's not butter. I said, oh, you talking about corporate interference in this shit and that they finna corporatize and this murder and this high level lynching. She comes up as the hangman in the tarot. I'm not looking at no cards. You know what I'm saying? I love the card readers on here. They get their fingernails and shit done with the ASMR and they clicking, and you might just see their hand, had a hand pretty, and they shuffle real fast. I gotta learn how to do that shit. But they be laying them cards, slinging them cards. Oh, what just jumped out? This. Them motherfucker be telling the business. I wish I could do that shit. I guess I gotta practice more. But y'all know how I am. I don't need a goddamn car. I just sit here and tell y'all a conversation. They said this, they said that. Motherfucker standing right here. I got a clear view of the motherfucker. I'm in Australia, goddamn, sitting right here on the bed. So that's probably not good because I need to, be balanced on both sides. But the way damn, how I'm gonna learn how to? They be throwing them cards. I love it. The way that they throw them so fast and then they knock on the card. Tell me what the fuck this is. I love it. I'm not a hater. If somebody real good reader can see, that's not what I do. What you said, Nelda B, you said must stay under God, Z protection, and live, walk Christ like, live under the fruit Z of the spirit. What is Z? What does that mean? I was talking to a woman. She said I could share it. I did finish her reading, or we were talking about her reading this evening, and she said, I want to know, is it Jesus or Yeshua that I worship, and am I going to hell if I don't want to subscribe to that philosophy of worshiping a Jesus, a white God? Wow. When she said that, I started texting her reading, and I said, what the fuck is this? Because one said they Satan, and one said they are the divine God. I don't think I have to explain to you which one said that they are Satan representing Jesus, and they have the world in a trick basket, and taught. Basically, you have a lot of black devils out of here. You have a lot of black dirty Moors out of here. And those are the ones you might looking at like they had me in the church, indoctrinate me with a lot of false shit and have you hollering and hooping, looking at Caesar Borgia, connected to, what is the Italian? Is it Leonardo da Vinci, or is who is Caesar Borgia? One of the artists that came up with that false Christ that you worship. And if you notice it, that false Christ and who worship him is Daddy Warbucks, the god of war, that give the presidents anything that they want. And that same one you pray to get your ass fucked up. You calling him like us, Tupac, staring at the world through my rear view, scream to God, he can't hear you. Yeah. Let me get back on into this here. What I real mention right quick, because it's a lot of it going on. Now, what's different to me, and I don't really believe Google on this shit. I saw a video in there to confirm what I said about that COVID virus. Now, I did find a site that was quite interesting here. This new COVID virus was displaying a couple of years ago about hold on, I don't want to lie. Let me look at this here. Cicada COVID variant with 75 mutations. Do you hear me? Has spread it globally. 75. Didn't I tell you all when Nipsey first started telling me this? Was it 220 and we're moving into 221 that this virus was going to break out real bad and all these water floods? Him and Dr. Sebi, they're still saying this water world and water catastrophes. Any storm relating to water, or water is needed and it builds itself up. Like a few days ago, you've seen in different states where I tell you it was still happening. Tornadoes formed, and then with wind, I think that's a lot of wind, and it picks up debris. Do you think these things are not smart? Tornadoes and hurricanes, tsunamis, dealing with water, wind, air, volcano, earthquake. Well, I told you the earth was shaking, and I've said that there are underground tornadoes, underground oceans, and large reservoirs of water, and super volcanoes and underground cities a tornado on the top. Don't get it twisted. If it's on the top, a lot of times there's a volcano on the top. There's a super volcano underneath that has a attitude. And a lot of them are female and they reckless than a motherfucker. More reckless than a bitch mouth that's out of pocket. They are angry right now. They are raging right now. And just because these scientists and geologists tell you, and these physicists, and looking from NASA, they know. They already have the digital imaging and they can know what's hot and what's cold. They will tell you that the one on top is cold, so that means it's cold, it's inactive. That's a motherfucking lie because they're not telling you about the raging female underneath. That's a super volcano that is starting to release hot magma that we don't know about, we can't see, and we're not privy to the technology to see that shit from outer space and where they've all mapped it out like a CU and everything. You fucking doing sitting in your house. This is getting ready to happen right now. And the priests in Australia down in the ground, in the hole, in the well, in the dry well, is telling me there are active hot volcanoes, super volcanoes in Australia under the ground, seething like a motherfucker. They said this is the end of a cycle. This system is getting ready to collapse globally. We need to also watch Australia and where this happened to her sacrifice. Her blood was spilled in Tanzania because the blood hit the mermaids. The mermaids came in here, started stanking up my goddamn bathroom, and then started singing. But the singing and was a wailing cry, and they were crying, they were weeping, because the body was now weeping the rivers of living waters. Her body was expelling her soul and expelling the life force inside of the physical body. And she's one of those. She's one of them. Now, somebody made a comment. So if y'all can tell me, I don't remember who it was, who said this in their reading first, me or these other readers. Because somebody said, another reader said she was the queen of the mermaids. And see, I watch readings, but I hadn't watched all of them on her. I do not like to watch readings on anybody I do a reading on before I do my reading because I don't copy. And I don't want to hear what a spirit told you. I want to see what all of them told me because I know it's going to be a gang of them motherfucking up in here. So, is it any more? I'm looking down there. Is there any more trolls in here that I need to look down and get rid of because I don't have time for the garbage? You said, Redbone, I remember you said a while ago the ancestors were underground cooking things up. Yes, I did. And Nipsey was the first one that brought it to me and told it to me. There's a
listen here. Gratitude. I appreciate you for that, for the donation. We got Voice Behind Truth. Blessings, Queen Tosa. We want to definitely thank you. And we ask that God sends it back to you tenfold. So let's get into it. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in.
a whole nother world that we don't know about. And you get caught in the physical and you cry when you think you're going to die or when you're going to leave. You don't want to go. This is the illusion, the great dream. It's good to be here to learn. It's one of the most worst schools that you can go to. This is the one of the earth. It's not the only one. I started to see them when Nipsey got here. You can hop, like you can hop different countries on your plane and travel. You can hop different earths. Many people can't see it here because you come in and you're deliberately blinded and you don't know who you are. You're blinded by black magic and curses and spells. Now I see them. You can get out of your body while it's still living, astral project and hop, or different spirits or liaisons will take you and then bring you back to the body, so you can know how big this dimension is or how it's connected to inner world. You can look up what I'm saying now And people laughed and said I was crazy. The scientists realized there's more than one Earth. They acknowledge a lot of things I've said, like it's oceans under the ground in certain areas. Mm. He said it's the end of a cycle, the gas, the oil, all the things they stole from them and our ancestors, they will be destroyed. They're deliberately collapsing the system because they know they're now shifting to the astral technology and the 5D. You can phones now, you have communications that are not 3D, 4D, 5 and 6D. They got them deeper. The more you get into this, the more you get into this food, you will realize they give you these chemicals to shut down your pineal, pull you further away from yourself, and then these physical people are going to start to die because they already have a list of people with name, numbers, and address and blood type that got to go. Well, a lot of these people, and like I said earlier about these black women, don't come up here and tell all black women are goddesses and that they are leading you to nirvana. Because a lot of people only find nirvana in their ass and this goddamn petrodollar that ain't gonna be here long and it ain't back in gold. There'll be new currencies. You're gonna have to connect with each other and survive and live in groups. Because a lot of people are not gonna be able to sustain this shit because the hunter is loose. Orion is rising as high right now, and the serpent systems like the Draco have been released, and they said it's rain shower, raining down. This is what the Australian god said. It's different extraterrestrials finna come down with these rain showers of meteors and these comets that look like cosmic debris or broke up rocks and dust and shit. That's not what it is. Some of them are coming because they've even told you, scientists have proven some of the elements in your body match the elements that are on different planets, match the periodic table. And they are coming to renew your mind and renew your body or crucify and resurrect the body of man. Destroy the body of Cain. Like in Cain and Abel, it's getting ready to be a real big fight. Water storms, all type of earth upheaval, and they're deliberately shaking the earth's core and shifting the tectonic plates to create these catastrophes, to create water shortages, water toxins, releasing toxins and poison in the water. Wars, rumors of wars, people losing their mind, releasing this new drug I'm seeing that's going to hit the street from Mexico. They mixing it, and the Asians, they mixing it in the labs in the United States that we don't know nothing about. They releasing a new drug. You don't hear about it because you're going to see how people on the street acting and start just all of a sudden talking to somebody ain't there, speaking another language, being possessed by a spirit, killing people, stabbing people, shooting people more. As I said, you see it in the news, attacking police. Police having shootouts with civilians. Motherfuckers ain't scared of police, ain't scared of going to prison, ain't scared of being locked up, put out their house, bombs, tear gases, somebody barricaded. What the fuck in a goddamn building? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, since we have been sleeping, goddamn it, some more shit I said done goddamn unravel. The fuck? Because I be trying to keep the window open. When I see shit, somebody sent me some shit. The hell, something else done came out or happened within the 24 hours of me speaking. I'm trying to see where it is. Or is it my email? Something I screenshotted. Oh, yeah. I think somebody told me this in the comment. We just had a train derailment here. Road reopens after fiery Roseville train derailment captured on video. Updated 7:58 p.m. April 20th, 2026. Yep, they reopened the road. Roseville, California. A train derailment, Union Pacific Rail Yard Sunday. Okay, that just happened. Wanted to confirm that. What else? It might have been another one. That's one somebody told me. that I saw. Uh, I got to look through here later. I don't want to waste time, but I like to confirm things, especially when people like to talk shit about me all the goddamn time. I looked also in Antarctica. It says Antarctica holds the world's largest, you hear, largest volcanic region with at least 138 volcanoes hidden beneath the West Antarctic ice sheet. There's going to be something going on up there in the mountain, and it always trickles down from the North Pole, Antarctica up there, and come all the way down to the regular cities and countries. Go all the way around. The military now has complete dominion along with the dark.
All right, y'all. I'm going to jump in and I'm going to give my perspective on what's going on this case. So of course, I'm doing my research, but I just kind of feel like there was some defensiveness on Ashley's side. She needed to prepare for the assault. She needed to keep her resources in reserve. She was surrounded by trouble. I want to say that she felt emotionally and physically tired from the constant conflict and setbacks in her life, not due to her, but due to her partner. There was no easy answers, but inner strength and perseverance. And she was using that to continue to keep going through life. No matter how bad it got, she was thinking, I'm gonna reach the end. I'm gonna stick in it, But I feel like doing that, the wealth brought another set of problems. I know we all know that song, more money, more problems. True. Um, her dude was into projects that failed. It was theft, financial loss, gambling losses. He was trying to take shortcuts. He was trying to, do temporary fixes to financial problems. He wasn't thinking long term and saving money. Um, and instead of him investing into like low risk ventures, he wanted to go high risk ventures. Um, it was like he was in like this hunting mode, because his focus was on, like sexual. He was in this animal, like, like basic needs or base needs. Um, and they took over. He was having issues and stress because of the financial trouble and the effects of his decisions. He knew that there was a possible situation that he was going to lose his home, his car, his financial stability. Um, his fortune was actually going in reverse. He was actually seeing to his own needs. He did not build up no reserve or no savings um to kind of help him against this disaster. So I'll come back in a minute. Let's listen to Alexis K. Tyler.
Angels, the fallen angels, and NASA and the satellites that's under their father, Satan, that's going to be the all seeing eye, trying to be like God, but is a duplicate of God. Like she said, like Ashlee Jenae said, I can't believe not butter. I can't believe it's like little stuff is starting to come to her now. Her third eye is opening. Now she's on the other side, and all I see is just a sea of hot red, orange red fire running on the side of her body. A volcano finna tear up something on all these islands connected to Australia. You will also see underneath there, I hear the rumbling and I see the tectonic plates just shaking and separating. We need to look at all of the islands and some of the volcanoes. Like I said, Big Ben. Big Ben is one of the names they gave to a volcano. The Blue Mountain in Australia and the Red Mountain. We need to look at those historic ancestral sites for the so-called Aboriginal where they lived and did heavy rituals. The ancestors are coming alive and awake. Tanzania, where they killed and human sacrifice and took off our organs and ate off our organs and took our blood and studied the blood and consumed the blood. Some of that girl islands organs are with those black high priests.
Now let's get into this. I'm gonna actually intervene right quick because I feel like Ashlee was a personal battle ends, right? So her battle end. That's when they were separated, right? The truce was done. She had a break from the fighting, right? Now, when she was alone, she was feeling anxious. She let her guard down. You got to think about it. This is how she felt. Okay, when they get separated, damn, I let my damn guard down. Like, my peace and quiet is not here. Like, I'm more stressed than having peace and quietness. She felt alone in her thoughts. And I feel like she had a stockpile of resources and she had to mentally prepare for the next battle. Damn, we already been fighting the first few days. Now we got separated. Damn, what's gonna be the next fight? This was gonna be one battle and a long war for her. How the hell do I get out of this? What the hell did I just do? Let's listen to Alexis K. Tyler, and we'll be right back.
In Tanzania, and this done got out. Word done got out in different places in the world, and the United States, and they are over there with the Aboriginal priest. They in Australia. And then as the Aboriginal priest, that's the first time he throwed it and I caught it. I'm picking up what he throwing down from the dirty South, goddammit. I mean, he was under that fire. I'm looking at him talking, and the extraterrestrials are coming down right now through the meteor showers. The meteorites are coming. Some of them are whole. They look like balls. If you go back to the first Terminator, where the black woman Sophia Stewart, they call her the mother of the Matrix, was trying to tell you this was coming. It was a big meteor hit the ground, and people around were looking at it and said, "What is it?" It cracked open. Arnold Schwarzenegger came out of it from another planet, which is also one of the children of AI, because he was what? Assimilated human being, half computer and machine, covered in some thin synthetic silicone like humanoid looking skin. See, that's the children of the lesser God, which would be Satan, the ones allowed to rule in the world that they speak of in the Bible. They said God allows them a certain rule until Christ come, and then he is bound in the bottomless pit for eternity. So that is his technology. Just like Roger said, he said that's part of his technology, with the synthesized. It's the synthesized world. A coordinated, falsely created reality that exists inside of this matrix that you in. That's how they finna lock it down and run it. Who run it? So that's who run it. Got them is coming down. We have meteor showers coming down right now. Somebody shared this with me. Let me look here. Damn, I wish I could sleep. Okay, that's Heard Island. Also need to look at Heard Island. What is this? This volcanic activity that is connected to Australia. If this is going on, the scientists are saying it's not going on. I'm telling you that it is going on underneath the earth. Okay, this is called Lyrid. That's right, the cyborg American. The Lyrid meteor shower. Look it up. Have your altars ready. You need to be praying for protection right now, doing your work and uncrossing, uncleansing right now. The Lyrid, Lyrid meteor shower is active from April 14th through the 30th, with peak activity occurring on the night of April 21st through 22nd. Where are we now? We're in Tuesday, April 21st, 2026, with peak activity occurring on the night of April 21st, tonight, bitch, tonight, through the 22nd. But it's active from April 14th. So, because that's what Spirit said, we've been in it. So I looked at the date. You're right, we've been in it. Because I keep telling y'all about these meteors and shit coming down with these ETs of light and ETs of darkness. Some of them belong to you, agreeable and disagreeable. The highest level belongs to them because they bring war. Like I told you, that the fallen angels live in the mountains of Israel. And they use them. Please don't think that these higher up people are not occult and also dealing with Hitler. Now, that's another point I wanted to make. When I told you earlier about the black person, the original patriarch, matriarch, father, son, but the woman needs to rise because a lot of these kingdoms were based on feminine energy, female rulers, even going back to Egypt. And the Pope and Rome didn't like that. They wanted it male and usually boy loved. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost is the divine matriarch, but they want to rule her out and just said it's male. That's out of balance. There's no way you can have these systems without honoring the female and protecting your woman, protecting the goddess. That go back to the albino. Let me go on and chat this up and wrap this up so I can go. That goddamn albino. Who is several albinos here, but it's 3 of them that I done fucking seen. The first one he showed me, okay, we saw the one, I saw one in Tanzania with Ashlee Jenae. It's not hers, but she now became a member of the collector's edition of the human sacrifice with a lot of melanin in it. Beautiful and full of melanin and that blood. They wanted that blood. They wanted that organ. They want that in that lab so they can have another fallen matriarch before she comes into her true vagina power. She's in a lower level of vagina power with the beauty, the aesthetic, and the energy of being able to control and seduce and finesse men. That's a level of vagina power, but that's the lowest level with the first. That's just naturally what you have. You got it, flaunt it. I ain't saying no flaunt it. Just don't let everybody fuck on it. Don't give your energy to it. Don't let everybody give you their fluid. Because they'll use it against you. And they'll do magic on it and lure you down, especially when they know you ain't got the mentality to defend the pussy. And to defend the whole aura and the beauty of vagina power as from the gift from the gods and the goddesses and the mermaids. Or you can enhance it with surgery to put that spirit on you, to cloak your aura with it. That's another show. But baby, I'm like Uncle Sam, be all you can be, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with being beautiful. a beautiful man, a beautiful child, a beautiful woman. There's nothing wrong with you. Embrace that. You just have to know what level you on, what flow you on. Are you on the goddamn ground flow? Are you on the white flow, the green flow, the yellow flow, the red flow? Because you on that red flow and that's fucking with that first chakra and you don't know your power and you don't know who you are. Houston, we have a problem. Houston must be something going on in Texas somewhere.
Absolutely. So listen, there was some type of major turning point with the finances child. And I feel like she may have taken an inventory, um, or even this is probably with him. Like money comes in from investments or whatever, but I think that he needs to if Joe gets up out of that country, he needs to hold on to his money because I feel like there's gonna be I feel like if she don't get justice over there, then she's gonna get justice over here. And it may not have her name on it, but it'll be some type of justice to where he gets locked up. But it's 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 confusing because he thought that he could outsmart the system. And that's what I was saying earlier, like, thinking that you're bigger than a program, like he's easily distracted. He's in fear right now. His anxiety is to the roof. He's being haunted, he's paranoid. There are people around him that are not for him. And that's cool because I feel like somebody does need to turn on you, Joe. And like everybody is in danger. Like when you think about this, when you think about people that want their money, they don't give a damn who they gotta get. If they can't get you, then they're gonna get somebody. And I want to say, man, gambling is dangerous. Like you can literally lose your life. I mean, look at Offset out here. You would think that he would have gotten himself together, but he didn't got pow. And guess what we saw? We saw him on a scooter still rolling to the damn slot machine. Go ahead.
Because I just said Houston, we have a problem. We want to look there and we want to look at all the cities that got major waterways. They called me back down to Louisiana. What the fuck is going down to Louisiana? New York City, as that hot was that picante or that hot sauce commercial. New York City with the Cowboys. Looking at New York City, Detroit, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, D.C. All these water, Denver, Colorado. You know what? Let me get out of here because they'll start happening. There's some with these waterways and mountains and where snow is and a lot of water running and rivers and oceans and California. All these places with this water, I'm hearing fire, I'm hearing explosion, I'm hearing storm, I'm hearing earthquake, I'm hearing volcano, I'm hearing virus in the water. Yeah. And diseases in the waterways of your body dealing with this sexual shit. There's still waterways. Remember, I told you they're still under admiralty law, maritime law with ships and water moving on oceans and where you are bad. And airplanes, what the fuck did I just seen? Come on. I seen a man jumping out of an airplane. I see a woman jumping out of an airplane. I seen them even letting a dog go. A dog got the parachute hooked on him with the backpack. They don't let the dog jump out the airplane. The dog got a parachute on it. This is military. And in different countries affiliated with the U.S., affiliated with Iraq, Iran, Israel. I'm here in Afghanistan. What's going on in the Africa country Ibrahim Traore. What's going on with Ibrahim Traore and Eritrea, Ethiopia, China? Ah, Beijing. Okay. We're gonna see what's going on. I like the little bit I know. I like Ibrahim Traore or Traore. Excuse me. Correct me if I'm not saying this wrong. What you said, lady from New Zealand, where a lot of volcanoes are just gave the upset in New York at the fight last Friday, and she gave native chant. Oh, what is that? A fighter? You said? Baby, they tan up New York City. I just saw the Statue of Liberty and Wendy Williams. I wonder what's going on with Wendy Williams. I just seen Puffy come up. Something going on with Wendy Williams and Puffy, or maybe information. Something going on with Wendy Williams. Y'all let me know the update on her because they just showed me New York. They imploded in New York City. Who is that? Is that the new mayor that's over here? Caught. He done took an oath to crash that motherfucker. Watch. Ooh wee, the rats is upset up there, baby. These are some big rats. This rat just stood up in front of me on his hind foots, on his hind leg. What kind of rat? This rat got some long ass goddamn it plank foots. Long ass goddamn foot. He needs some shoes on. His foot. I ain't never seen a Bigfoot rat. Goddamn it. I already done seen Bigfoot in here, goddamn it, Chewbacca, and I done seen that albino Bigfoot Chewbacca, but a Bigfoot rat. If some of y'all from New York, would you please let me know? Not New York, I'm sorry, New York. What the fuck going on in New York City? This rat is standing here in front of my dresser. He gray, got a long ass tail. But he got some long ass goddamn foots with some long toes on it. And I got a big toe. Like a nigga with some toenail. The toenails black. Like he said I came out the sewer lab. He said it's a lab in the sewer with radiation in the water. And I'm drinking the water. And he showed me a green tint with a black biofilm from biosludge on the water for radioactivity. That's radioactive. He said you ran. Wait a minute. Let me look this shit up. What the fuck is going on up in here? Why the fuck this rat in here saying the fucking wild ass shit he's saying in there? Why is this motherfucker so big? He halfway up my goddamn calf. Got some ears sitting up. He very alert with a big round head and some damn long buck ass teeth. You said Splinter? Okay, it's a rat called Splinter or what? That's a movie or something? Is there radiation?
All right, y'all. So let me get up into this. So when I'm thinking about Joe, because we're gonna kind of gonna be all over the place tonight. Um, she's doing her history, but I'm also digging into Joe. And I feel like, I feel like it was a long time coming for this to happen. For this like sudden crisis and misery. I just feel like his whole life at this point is open for disaster. And he felt like, all of that would have went away if he had gotten rid of Ashlee. And I feel like he thought that it was going to be a new beginning, but it's not a new beginning. It's actually bad luck. And he's not well received. Like, who really wants to be around him? Like, Joe, you are in the news and people are speculating that you took out your loved one, your newly engaged fiance, you know, I feel like he wasn't original enough. The timing was off, and he can blame it on that. Let's get into it.
And let me see. Radio active. See how to say this shit. Chemical in sewer system. What this Reddit? He's looking at me while I'm typing. He said, mm-hmm. He's standing on all 10. He on all 10 on the shit. Oh, goddamn. Yes, historic and specialized low-level radioactive materials have been present in New York City sewer systems, notably linked to legacy industrial sites. For example, the Wolf Abbott Chemical Company Superfund site in Queens, 1920s through 1954, disposed of radioactive waste containing thorium and uranium. Didn't I just say this rat said uranium? You know what? He said it's cancer causing. They giving it to the Latino and the blacks. He said, and it's tying into birth defects and poisoning. These said certain kidney cancer and certain womb diseases and infection. Wait a minute. Now look, why? You see how they do? You see how they do? They like to, this rat is messy. Messy. Putting me in this shit and keeping up shit. That's what they do. They said how NYC treats and monitors sewer water. No, that's not what he said. He said it's sleeper cells up there. And I see an Asian girl face. She got a fat face, but a little body. So I'm trying to figure out which Asian ethnic group is she a part of. Because she got a fat, round ass salsa face that's flat, but real damn wide and round with some fat cheek, and she young, and she a student. She done came over here with a group acting like she just studying and got these little goddamn packets and got small mini lead containers with, and then I'm hearing Russia. What the fuck Russia got to do with this? They got this powder in them that are different viruses and diseases. Just what the rat is saying down there. He said he was eating down there. Said they had dead flesh in there. Oh, you know what? Why are we doing this now? He bringing me to cremated human body ashes and dogs and shit. And said that people have, it reminds me of the Joker, and it reminds me of, what's her name? Holly, God, I forgot her name. It's a spinoff from the Batman. It's the Joker. It was a few years ago. I loved them. It was a younger white guy played the Joker and his girlfriend. They like to keep up shit all the goddamn time. She's real pretty and got blonde hair. And her boyfriend was a younger Joker who was real crazy about her. Had green hair, green body. They fell in a vat of green fluid and he became the Joker. He's a regular human being. He's saying stuff like that goes on at these chemical treatment plants. And some of these factories, people get killed in the process in there and they liquefy them. And he said people are drinking water that have liquefied human remains in it. We are cannibalizing and don't even know it. That's my girl. Thank you, baby. Harley Quinn. That's my girl. He said that type of thing is going on. And that's why these people get these strains of viruses, diseases, all of a sudden ain't never smoked, ain't never did drugs in their life, kidney shut down, liver failure, different diseases of the liver, different cancers, and go on chemo. He said, which basically is not going to work for a lot of people, and it basically destroys the good cells, the bad cells, destroys the person. He said again, these are race-specific genetic biomarkers where they wake them up. They could be dormant. They couldn't be running in your family, but just because it runs in your family, it doesn't run in your family doesn't mean that it doesn't run in your family. They know how to activate certain gene codes to make them grow cells instead of to regenerate. They make them degenerate. They make them mutate into a virus, and cancer is a virus, just like HIV. These. Why do these animals know these things? Why this one coming here standing with these two big ass foots? The bones are huger than a regular goddamn rat. The body is thicker and wider. The hand long, the arm long, goddamn it, in the front. He got a longer forearm, a tibia in the leg. And he said, yeah, I had a tear-filled fracture, and I was down on my knees down there in the New York sewer. And he said, I go through there, and I go in different buildings. And I'm in government building, and I hear things, and I see things. Yes, Angela, I'm talking to a GMO rat. About Batman? You know what? God damn, that makes sense. When he was talking about falling in the chemical vats and humans dying, you don't know about, and they secretly pay out a family. That makes sense with the Joker and Harley Quinn. God damn, I forgot. I am in New York City. God damn it, I'm in Gotham. I'm in Gotham with the Batman. With the what? What is the Batman? A giant fine rat with a goddamn it rat mask on with a cape. Oh, fuck. We need to watch New York City. Because what they do, thank you, Kim, what they do in New York City. What is that? Y'all tell me because I like that. New York City with the cowboy said. Is that the Picante commercial? One of the Picante commercials where they said it and they're taking to New York. And then that rat told me, yeah, I eat that all the time. How the fuck he tell me? Cause I be down there and he said he be going on the Latin side of town. He said he like Cuban sandwiches. He said something about some chicken, a polio chicken, a polo. What is that? Y'all from New York. What are you talking about? Good morning, Jenae. Am I saying it wrong? Something with a P, chicken. Is it polo chicken, polio chicken? Is it some kind of spice called polio or something similar to that? What is this rat talking about? He told me, He said he liked that. He said he liked the mayonnaise, goddamn it, with the balsamic vinegar on one of these. What is a Cuban sandwich? Is it any Cuban? Oh, thank you. She said, ha, Dominican chicken polo. Polo mean, I'm sorry. Ew. What is he talking about? Some Cuban sandwich with some kind of spicy potato chip. Oh, y'all probably got that in Dominican too. What is whatever Latin? What is he talking about? He said a Cuban sandwich, and he said it looked like a Subway to me, but I know there's different variation in it. He said pollo. Thank you, baby. What he talking about at the Cuban? He said it's okay. What the fuck going over there? He said it's a corner store. It's the spicy potato chip. He said he also like plantain chip, fried plantain. And then he said it's a place that Big Pun used to hang out, or Big Pun, what did a music video? He showed me a music video with Big Pun. He should go way back. He got a lot of ancestors up there. And he said something about Al Capone. He said gang land style killing and the Valentine Day massacre. He said, and he just mentioned Jules Santana. What's the other boy that he did, the rapper that dated the Kardashians? And I think he might be married to a wealthy white heiress. I'm seeing his face, but sometimes y'all have to he talking about Harlem. Okay. So yeah, because he just started singing and waving the Dominican flag. He said Puerto Rico. And he said, I love that soul food down there. So with that being Harlem where the soul food at, cause he got some barbecue sauce on his finger. He doing this, licking his finger down and popping his finger. He said, I was around with that Frank Lucas era and what's the other one that was a high profile drug dealer that he locked up, but he told everybody we don't know where he is or if he's still living. It's Frank Lucas and it's what's the other one that they set up? He went in protective custody. French Montana. That's right, baby. Thank you. Damn, I forgot. He was going to say something about French Montana. He's saying that selling that heroin, that Nigerian heroin, and that Afghanistan said he got that package. You know what? Don't do this to me. I tell you they messy. I tell you messy. He said, "Won't you call my way?" He said, "Yeah, I like that they had a jukebox." He said, "Something about a corner store got a slot machine." Said he gambled a little bit. He played. So they be hitting the number. They, you know how the little machine make the different sound. He's showing it to me. He said 333 444 441 555 557 550. You hear that? He mentioned, no, he didn't mention something. I said he mentioned Capone. So I don't know if Capone had ever been in New York. He mentioned, what his name? He mentioned Lucas, but he mentioned another one. They really started taking him down. When this other one that I'm seeing, the government put him on the front of a high-profile magazine because he was a real GQ dresser. But he went to protective custody. What you said, Jay? You talking about drip? I can't even get the coal out my eye. They said French is from the South Bronx. That rat. Come on now, Angel. You know they be all over the city in the highways and byways, through the gutters and through the pipes and in the building. They see and hear everything. But why is he saying French Montana? Sammy the Bull. Yes, because he mentioned gang activity. So Sammy the Bull would tie in it. But for some reason, he mentioned Al Capone. So I don't know if Al Capone up in New York City, but it was connected to those mobs. And he mentioned the Valentine's Day Massacre. So that means something must be getting ready to go down in gangland style up in NYC and probably these other. He said Philly. He said, yeah, I got a lot of people. He said, got a lot of relatives. But what? Can somebody tell me what the Cuban sandwich is? He said that, and then he's like a sandwich that's like a submarine style sandwich with mayonnaise. He said a little mustard sometime it give me digestion, so I don't really have it too much. A little flick of salt on it. Mayonnaise, balsamic vinegar. He said them peppers. But he said, well, peppercino or pep. The hell he called this pepper. And then he said he knocked another one. He said, oh, that pizza. He said a calzone. He liked the calzone. He liked the pizza, some kind of I guess it's Italian style or another Sicilian style pizza. He said this hot dog they have out there on the corner, on the outside, and the little, you know how they had a little what they call it, the cart with it. And he said this pickle, it's a pickle and it's a hot pepper. He said, yeah, that mustard sometimes upset his stomach. They get a little he get a little heartburn on it. Then he said he liked Broadway. He mentioned Liza Minnelli. I want to be a part of it. And he danced. Look, man, stop. But he got some shoes on with a little cane and the head on like he imitating Liza Minnelli, and he like musicals and shit. Baby. Wait a minute. What you said, Angel? You said it is so good. It's usually with pork and cheese and flaky bun, Cuban sandwich. But what the one he talking about, is it called peppercini or is it just a pepper? He says he's showing me it's not the long one like a jalapeno. It's a smaller pepper. It's green pepper with a green stem on it. And it got some peppercorn looking spices in the pepper jar. What the fuck is that? What kind like they used to like that one right there on my salmon. And I'm just like, you know what? Okay, he just brought a girlfriend in there. She got a bracelet on. She got some jewelry on. His girl is a rat. Is she big like him? And she pregnant. Like she, you know what? I didn't mean, look, let me God damn. I don't want to get on this. He's saying the mayor and the wife, they argue and fight. It's infidelity, some kind of murder. Is it between, ooh, who the fuck is his wife? This motherfucker a shooter. The wife is a gangster. What culture are they from, or what culture is the wife from? Do you know if the wife come from a background of people that are in war, trades, arms, different governments, from the U.S. government where it's conflict in between them? She has a different agenda. The wife is a gangster. What the fuck? And with the him and the wife is drug cartel and trafficking. You know what, Rat? Why do y'all like to come here and get me in shit? Why is I'm seeing a big bag of powder with the wife? I'm seeing her holding a bit like a key. That motherfucker got a key. He said, you see what I'm talking about? Like with Big Pun them and Frenchie and Jules Santana and the one they killed, the Chinks. And he mentioned Nigerian and Afghanistan and what that, remember when Cameron said, y'all, that's the Habibi. Y'all leave the Habibi alone. Down at the corner store, he said, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When I showed you Big Pun on the corner, and I Mrs. the Gangster and the Valentine's Day Massacre where the blood ran, was that in New York? Am I getting that wrong? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so country. New York. It's New York. Is that the fuck? Let me see what the fuck this rat is saying. Valentine. My. And he gonna talk about my funny Valentine. He said, yeah, I like Chaka Khan. What? Sweet comic Valentine. He's talking about I like jazz. And what he said, Count Basie, he said, I like your daddy too. Man, you know my daddy. You make me smile with my heart. Oh, then he went down like this. Oh, 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 oh. I said, oh, you. You know what, J Love? I don't know why they like, oh, there was Chicago. We in Chicago. The Valentine's Day Massacre was 1929 murder of several members of the Chicago North Side gang by a group of men, two disguised as police officers. What the fuck this got to do with New York? Tell me he's New York. Y'all know what the peppercorn, the puccini, what is the pepper that he talking? You talk what you say, J Lo. Let me see what New York massacres. What New York massacres happened on Valentine? Horror at 645 Prospect Avenue, the Bronx Valentine Day Massacre. I knew that rap was trying to tell me something. Police are trying to crack the case of the Bronx Massacre, where 6 people were found shot to death in execution style on Prospect Avenue. Bronx Valentine's Day Massacre, February 25th, 1993. Valentine's Day Massacre of 6 people in the Bronx apartment. The gunman knew one of the victims. This rat is onto something here. I don't know if y'all know it. Laugh. It's okay to laugh. I laugh. They funny to me. And they so comical like a human. Now, New York City wife of, is it Mandami? History. There's something about her, this rat is saying. And if y'all find that Ruma Duwaji is the wife of Zohar Dani, who became mayor of New York January 2026. She is a New York-based artist and with Syrian roots, known for her work with exploring Middle Eastern themes. Let me see. She's born to Syrian parents from Damascus. She studied at Virginia University. She met Mandami on the dating app Hinge. Recent controversy. As of April 2026, she faced scrutiny for she liked social media posts related to the October 7th attacks, prompting criticism from groups like the American Jewish community. There's something about her we don't know. She's a bad girl. Dangerous, baby. That's what this rat is saying. Ruma Duwaji, who is the wife of NYC's mayor. Let me see. It's something he said. Let me see. I mean, any war background. It's something about her we don't know. Teenage years praising Palestinian militants from 2015 to 2017. She has posts, they found social media posts that indicate express support for members of the Popular Front of the Liberation of Palestine. I wonder, who are they? The Popular Front of the Liberation of Palestine is an organization founded in 1967 by George Habash. It has consistently been the second largest of the groups forming the Palestine Liberation Organization, being Fatah. Now, see, this is something I don't know about. I got to go into this deeper because I'm telling you, she is connected to a military that's anti-U.S. and anti-Israel, from what this is saying to me. Dangerous bitch. And this is what this rat is saying. He heard them, and they are really, she's anti-American rhetoric and policy sent to tear down from within. Now, I don't know. Just what the rat's saying. We got to watch New York City because some bad shit is finna go on up there. People cannibalizing, eating each other to survive, stabbing, killing each other, releasing tear gas by the police. They getting to fighting with the goddamn police, rocking buses, turning them over, starting fire. People homeless, living outside, shitting on the grass and the goddamn sidewalk. The rat said, now they invading our goddamn space. Shootings, estranged violence with tenants, landlord disputes, tenants killing tenants in the building, cutting their throat, shooting their ass on the street, stealing at the store, robbing and killing. It's total fucking mayhem in New York City. Can somebody, please, can somebody on the ground from New York City tell me what the fuck going on? Why is this rat down here reporting this bullshit? Why, DJ T Ski? Like, what the fuck is going on? He said, New York. He said, it's this Batman. He said, it's Gotham up here. It's going to be total mayhem. It's like it's people going to start killing each other, tearing it up where it's going to be almost unlivable. It's not going to be safe. The police ain't going to be able to protect nobody. He said, this is Gotham. This is total mayhem. They let loose. He said, and then the vaccine. He said, they killing people, turn them into zombie. And he mentioned the new drug. Said it got radioactive particles of material. Can somebody please tell me why this rat is down here keeping up shit in Atlanta, Georgia at 7:45 in the morning? What you said, Empress? You said because it is. The homeless are everywhere and the cops just stand there looking. You said, I love NYC, but I may move. You said, I live in the Bronx. It's crazy. You said, with the Ninja Turtles in New York City. Wait a minute, what is it? Said Ninja Turtle out? Sure is. You said the rat is telling the truth. I'm from New York, but I moved. Okay, so what about the other areas where they talking about in the suburbs of New York that are very nice? Is it better there? You said, I'm in NYC and the Bronx is nasty. So what you saying, it's getting worse under this mandami, like the rat is saying? So they pushing him out his house and home. So he can't go down there where he like to go. So they be traveling to all the different parts of New York in the inner city, and they be in there tapping their foot. They like to listen to the music and shit. Like to sneak in there and get them a sample. They said some people feed them. They'll put it out there in the trash. It'll be a whole brand new food, nice food. They just certain restaurants, they'll do that and write it off and throw it out. When I used to work at restaurants, I see that all that fresh, brand new, clean food, they throw it out at night where they can feed the homeless and shit they want. They say they know the rats come up. Some of them deliver it here. They have humans that they friend. Like people tell me they have rats that they pet in jail. They feed them. The rats don't come in there and bite them. They'll take care of the rat and shit. They hang around certain people. You said, I'm in Queens by the airport, and even in a nice neighborhood, the abandoned houses have become crack. What? Drew on MF Point. Okay. I'm telling you, we would a lot of times look at the man go with it, but she got something on him. They partners in crime. It's a money grab for them. I know it sounds crazy for him to get a city and tear it down and make money. You would think he would build it up and make money. You see, he's running. I think I said on news too. He's running the millionaires out, jacking up their taxes. We're going to help the poor. He's going to make the poor cannibalize on themselves, destroy themselves. And they are making money because they are under an agency within the United States that have been told to help destroy the U.S. for revenge of what the U.S. have done to their country overseas. This is bad because it's going to affect all the people of color that are low income, that's going through shit and depend on social services and health care and get their medicine and stuff. They're going to start stealing because these same poor people that like this and was enjoying this, they are not going to have access to social services and human resources like they thought and have a safe, clean city. They're going to be head to head with each other. Same people don't give a fuck, don't work, don't pay no bills. And then the good working people caught up in those groups are now going to suffer the crimes of them poor folks and stinking and nasty ones that play on the system and drain the system. And now he said they out here eating rats. You're going to see them out there like have them a damn shish kebab out there and a fire outside got them where they roasting the rats. He said they already doing, you know what? I don't know if y'all done seen that. You can let me know, God damn it. He just showed me what is a drink called Fayo or Fago. What they drink up there? The Dominican and the Latin peoples up there and the black peoples up there. What kind of drink this is? He's showing me a glass. We call them drink. I don't know if y'all call them pop. Like a soda, a soda. That's what I'm referring to when I say drink. That's what I was raised up and call a drink. Y'all call it a pop or soda or something up there. There's one, is it Fayo or Fago? Is it something got an F in it? Fayo or F and an O? What is a popular drink up there that they like to go to the corner store or grocery store and get it cold? Yeah, soda. That's what I'm calling. I said drink. It's earned. I'm sorry. Orange. Goddamn it, earned. It's real earned. Bright. Earned. Soda. What is he talking about? It got a label around it. Right, might be blue, a bright color, or dark color. He sound like that. He said they had that sandwich. Thank you. What is a Fago, Casey? What's a Fago? Fayo. He said that a lot of people like that. Do they have one that goddamn it earned? Not orange. Is it earned? They got one. They said we call it. Yeah, y'all call it pop. Down here we grew up. We call it a drink. Like a Coca-Cola shit or Sprite. That would drink. Yeah, what it is. Do they have many like that that's earned? He said that they like the cold. He want a cold one. A lot of people like that up there. What you said, Damien, y'all. I don't know. I have visited New York to work only. I never lived there, but I love the cultures. I love the food. Thank you, D Child. She said we have orange. We have an orange. We have a blue. We have a red. Oh wow, melanated D honey. She said orange Fago is the most popular. Orange, got them. See, he showed me. He said, "See, yeah." He started grinning. I told you that. He said some of these homeless people live in these encampment in these tent or regular car. Why is it so crowded, Victoria? And I love that's a beautiful name. I always loved Victoria. That goes back to was it Victoria Falls, where the Queen of England named it that, and it's tied to Australia. He told me to watch that too, the Australian God. He's sitting there on hold. I got to get back to him. I got to round it back. You said the food don't taste the same. We know why, cause it's dead food. It's 3D printed and lab meat. And this rat here said some more rat meat. Goddamn. The fake chicken and rat meat, and said they be roasting rats outside. Got a damn skewer, like they turning it up down the fire like a goddamn it rat kebab, a shish kebab, and said they drink that urn soda. I grew up on that. My grandma didn't let us have a lot of sweet, but she give you that red rock when your stomach upset, when you're little. Not the red rock ginger ale, but ginger ale. Get that ginger ale. Drink the ginger ale. When there's, I would used to do it when your stomach upset or you got gas or something on your stomach. Drink that red rock. I stopped because I look at the ingredients. It's got a whole bunch of sugar in it. But he's telling me it's total mayhem and they are on a mission. That's why they were put in there to help implode and break down the petrodollar. Because they hate the U.S. And I guess his wife done hid it and tried to clean it up. And for some of her past social media posts where they see she bought that. She bought that lie. For some reason, I see machine guns, automatic weapons, and I see a grenade in her hand. So I'm wondering what type of military background does she have and military group and militia ties? Because it just showed one she was supporting. I'm telling you, she's secretly connected. Why do I see bombs in New York, bomb sniffing dogs, tear gas being released, smoke bombs, the plastic bullet pellets that they shoot out that don't kill you, but they hurt and bruise you really bad. These are state coordinated and orchestrated events. It's finna go down up there, baby. On a shooting, robbery, bank robbery, drug dealing, because now, y'all, if y'all hear anything about it, let me know. He said that man, what you French in Montana, were on that heroin tip, selling it, that coke and drug. If y'all hear anything about him in the past, drug dealing, and then he said they do it with the motherfuckers at that corner store. He said different groups that run them corner store and own the store said niggas be with them, the Latin be with them, the rappers be with them, and then he showing me a blood-borne disease from that heroin that they get at that goddamn corner store. Now, why is this rat saying they sell drug and heroin at the goddamn corner store? Who run? What race and what ethnic group run the corner store and said that the black and the Latina, Dominican, Puerto Rican said that they and the Nigerian said they got a connect. Frank Lucas, not Frank Lucas. Damn, y'all know which ones I'm talking about? His name almost came to me. He was on the magazine before they arrested him. He wore the thick glasses and was always real sharp. because him and Frank Lucas had issues in New York. What you said, Victoria? They sell drugs on the corner store. They still do, Redbone? And he said New York and Philly. That's right, Nicky Barnes. He brought him up. So they still, that's right. Remember I mentioned Philadelphia earlier. Said there was some bad shit finna jump off up there. New York, Philly, Baltimore, D.C., Detroit. We already know what's going on in the ATL. They just mentioned Memphis. Young Dolph just came up in here again with Nipsey and King Von. They just came. So where Von from? It's gonna jump off where Von came from. Where Chicago. Ooh, we speaking of that. You seen Kanisha drinking mama. They said I got butt naked again. Up there in Chi-Town. Throwing her ass round outside in the goddamn cold. Butt naked, baby. See, I kind of want to feel sorry for her, but I don't. She sold a child and sacrificed a child for that money. Now that money gone, she took that oath and now she can't live with herself because those spirits are tormenting her. She's really out of body. She got an albino demon on her. She got an albino spirit on her. She can't help it, baby. She must ain't got the nerve to just go on and cash out. She just need to go on and lay down. You know what I'm saying? Unalive. Well, she already walking dead because she cannot undo what she done. She can't get that money back. They ain't going to accept that contract. They ain't going to unsign it. It can't go backwards in time from the end of her name to the beginning and erase like it was never done. That's a part of her lesson in this life and her karma because her and her daughter went through this before. In a past life, she was jealous of her daughter. And the daughter can't rest. And she with some albino spirits too. What the fuck is going on with these albino spirits? Okay, let me get to that right quick and then let me get out here. When I saw the albino and the human sacrifices over there in Tanzania with Ashlee Jenae. They took me over to the Aboriginal. He said he want to talk to me over there in Australia. He's still talking. He said there's been some shit going on, water, catastrophe, flood. Would that be a hurricane, tornado, anything associated with water, with storms in the ocean and the different islands around there connected to it that are also going to come into the U.S. and Africa. And when he was burning the fire, I looked down, I saw it was an albino creature, but it was kind of looked like a ghost with some black eyes and a sewed up ass mouth. Had black thread around their mouth like a voodoo doll and some big round black ring that's for eyes. And the body was white. That would represent the white man. So you got celestial beings dealing with Aboriginal that is white, that come from space, that bring luck and creativity. You have the white man that come up like an albino spirit, which is a conqueror and a killer that enslaved and stole from them and gave them diseases and malnourished them and suppressed their land, suppressed their religion, treat them like dogs over there. And anybody that's colored or dark skinned is a dog. Like they go all around the world with the right white skin supremacy. And this one, he said, rules this world under tricknology. Play chess, checkers, tricknology. Got you in a dream realm. These white albino beings also deal with the dream state. Some of them your ancestors. And they tricky with that Ron DMC that came with that rap song called Tricky. She tricky. This was a female albino spirit that's cursed, and they have cursed the land, cursed the nation, and stole the land and imprisoned the indigenous people. Got them in a trick bag. They got blonde hair. They represent themselves as the supreme ruler, supreme being of air, land, sea, and space. And it's a trick. It's different categories of these albino. He said an albino has been released upon the people coming our way to the U.S., and it is a trickster spirit. It's a liar. It's a whore. and it will bring mayhem, murder, and disease to the U.S. This blonde hair that you see. And you go back to Germany, which, as I told you earlier, which would also be the house of Rothschild, when you're dealing with the Ashkenazi, and you're dealing with Hitler, when you're dealing with the Queen of England, that empire. And they also related to Vlad the Impaler, what they call Dracula. You look Vlad the Impaler up. Even King Charles came out in public and said he related to Vlad the Impaler, which tells you they are a cannibal, that he would eat some of his enemies. I think Vlad, Vlad, the Impaler, he's a vampire. You need to look up his history. They German, and they attached to all of the white rulers that are cannibals, that like to cannibalize on human flesh and cannibalize on slaves, black slaves, teach you to cannibalize on each other. He said that when you look back, see, we need to look at the rulership of the blonde hair and the blue eye, because he said that the original blonde would be black. The Aborigine, look at them. They black like that, different colors like that, straight hair is blonde. They not using no goddamn it, Miss Clara all over there. Them Aboriginal people, them black people, naturally blonde like that. They got those same genes in them. You think, oh, they get that from white people? No, some of them got them same blonde hair and blue eyes. They were in some of these European countries that they don't want to tell you about. And they don't know it's the rise of that goddamn it albino and the Aboriginal. But you got two sides of it. He said they are our children. This albino that done oppressed his mother and father and put his foot on the neck of the offspring and the children, is a murderer, is a killer, but also is gene recessive. Oh boy. That's the one that rolls out the Caucasoid to kill their mama and their daddy, which would be their black mama and their black daddy, Lord. And took the rulership of the earth from them, and now it has to return. I told y'all that's why I call Rafiki, goddammit. Now I told you that Rafiki said the king has returned. Return the Lion King, goddammit. Now, this is finna get ugly. It's already ugly, and he said the president is crashing this system on schedule. Crashing this dollar, and they said even crashing bank accounts and shutting down. So get your money out while you can. But even at one point, it's going to become worthless because you're going to change to an astral currency, an electronic currency. This is what the Aboriginal God is telling me, goddammit, give me the 911, the 411, the 505, the 500, the 304. Y'all take these numbers. I don't know what the fuck they mean, but if some of them hit, y'all let me know, because it's going double digits, triple digits is what he mentioned. And like the numbers I mentioned, direct. Didn't I tell you, say like to gamble, play the slots at the corner store? He was spitting them numbers out. And I've been seeing 444 a lot. I think that's an angel number too. All these numbers are also corresponding to guardian angels as well as demons. When you see certain numbers around, you need to look up the meaning and watch shit and people, places, things around you and where you fucking going. No. So that's the albino over there where she was murdered at. They kill albinos over there. They use, like other Africans do, they like to sacrifice them. They look at them as cursed beings instead of good luck. They take their hand, cut their hand off, kill them, cut parts of them off, and use them for magic rituals, for money and attraction on different levels. You said, thank you, baby, that 504. Oh, I didn't look at it that way. You're absolutely right, baby. We need to look at them error codes, them holes in different error codes, and them 404s and 304s and 50. What is 504? Okay, you just told me. New Orleans. Nolans. Okay. It's 333. 3313. Okay, look. I gave him enough out. We got I seen the albino. That means something. 3 of them. Albino with Ashlee Jenae, Tanzania. And we know we got all this corrupt shit going on over there. And what Nipsey told me, the other spirit show I confirmed. We kept confirming. Albino, Tanzania, albino in Australia, and albino in Antarctica lab and Alaska. You see that? See, when they saying this right here 3 times, I've had to put it here and see with the people listening, it just said 212. You see that? So 222212. You can flip that around. I don't know. All these numbers, and he said everything can be reduced to a digital system. We're going digital on that ass. He said this crash will be this year, and militaries will be involved. Militaries in different countries will be involved, and it's going to be a showdown in the Middle East. Trump is a part of this organization, and they tell him what to do. And a lot of these MAGA and these white folks that's in love with him so much, they want to get his ass up out of there. And, thank you, 212 Manhattan. Wow. We need to watch this, y'all. We need to watch the papers. We need to watch the local news, national news, and international. We'll learn a lot more. And then what we see going on the ground in New York is what do they call that? You know how you do a prototype of what you want to do everywhere else around the United States. And a lot of these people are underground, living underground, finding shelter underground, because these wars and attacks going to take place on the top. And people go to the bottom underground to live, and under bridges and in the sewer system and shit. But in these tunnels where they got houses built and bunkers, but the inner city people that are poor, they have to depend on each other. They ain't got nobody and money. It's a lot of shit gonna break. Something to happen up there. And in different cities in the United States with some type of bomb or some type of chemical warfare, it's gonna go through the water system to try to poison and contaminate the water. People gonna have unexplained illnesses, rashes, skin disease, people falling out dead, having a heart attack, start damn coughing. This man said this bitch put a coughing spirit on him on the goddamn airplane, doing the shit, releasing illness on these planes and on these cruise ship and shit. People coming over here from other countries escaping on the ship gonna come sick. People on the airplane, like the Asians I told you about, I'm hearing Iranian. They in the U.S. dropping off toxic warfare and got radioactive material. They thinking about fucking up the water. You gonna know it. You gonna see all people all of a sudden get sick, violently ill, violently vomiting, eyes irritated, eyes buck, can't sleep, can't eat, having upper respiratory, real bad problem, little children, and have to medical emergencies in certain buildings, and people getting locked in the building, trapped in the elevator, can't get out, panicking, smoke, tear gas. What the fuck is this? Now, you know, when I see this, it's national and it's international and it's plain. Hijacking or robbing. What is Young Dolph trying to goddamn tell me with MLK up there in Memphis at the hotel where they assassinated MLK with Messy Jesse Jackson up? What the fuck is going on here? Is somebody finna get shot? God damn it. I mean, it's I'm saying Malcolm X, Muammar Gaddafi. You know they killed him. Patrice Lumumba. I don't know about the whole history on Patrice. He did a mean goddamn it ass, and he got a monkey paw in his hand and a cut off black hand in his hand. He owed somebody's hand. This other, what is he, a general? I forgot his name. He was sent, I think, by England to go, is it Leopold? He's in Africa and he was cutting them black children and black people hand off if they didn't want to do this no more. He come up in here. Hitler has come up in here. What something these world leaders, the Italian Mussolini just came here. Didn't Mussolini try to dominate Ethiopia? And couldn't. Ethiopians and the Eritreans, tell me if I'm wrong, them some of the few that was not with that slave shit. They was not with that Kunta Kinte shit. He come up in here. The fuck. I'm seeing Nikola Tesla. He first came in here with Nipsey. And I can't do this right now. Young dog. What he's saying something. So that would be him, Nipsey, and King Von. Something that's going on with them three. And something they trying to tell me is going to go on down here. With these civil rights leaders too, motherfuckers getting shot. I'm just wondering, Napoleon Bonaparte is one. I'm saying it's another one called Leopold. Look at this right quick, and I'm gonna get up off of him because I didn't mean for this. God, we've been on here 2 hours. Let me get my ass up out of here. Leopo. That's right. Leop. Leopold II of Belgium, former king of the Belgians. Oh, he looked dirty and nasty and racist as fuck. He is from Brussels, Belgium, died December 17, 1909, in Laeken, Brussels, Belgium. What is he known for? Leopold I presided over the revival of Imperial and Habsburg influence after defeats of the 30-Year War. He consolidated imperial authority in Germany. Went out a minute. Recovered Hungary from the Turks and efforts of Louis X1b. Confused with them numbers sometimes. X is at 10, 15, 16 of France to achieve European hegemony. One of them was killing black people. King Leopold's Heart of Darkness. I knew it because I just seen him in here. In 1885, King Leopold II of Belgium gained a vast area in Central Africa as his personal possession. His greed and the system of forced labor he imposed. Let me see. King Leopold's ghost is the account of a megalomaniac of monstrous proportions, as a man of cunning, charming, and cruel. As this is from Harvard Kennedy School. In the 1880s, as the European powers were carving up Africa, King Leopold II of Belgium seized for himself the vast and mostly unexplored territory surrounding the Congo River, carrying out a genocidal plundering of the Congo. He looted its rubber, brutalized its people, and ultimately slashed its population by 10 million. Now, that's a Holocaust that they don't honor and talk about. All the while shrewdly cultivating his reputation as a great humanitarian. Heroic efforts to expose those crimes eventually led to the first great human rights movement of the 20th century. He was killing them because they didn't want to chop down rubber trees. They got tired of him. He'll chop their fucking hand off. Yes, I ain't get it twisted. I ain't talking about Napoleon. I'm talking about both of their goddamn ass, baby. Look up King Leopold's murder of blacks. He's here. So I know this shit is finna go down like this rat is saying. They say he had forced labor and atrocities against the Congolese population, largely driven by the rubber trade. Estimates for the population decline ranged from 1 to 15 million, driven by violence, famine, and disease. He's here. I'm gonna talk to this motherfucker right here. But I'm finna go, this rat here and came in here and started this shit. Y'all keep me abreast of what's going on in New York City, because he's telling me that a bad virus put in the water and this COVID strain with these tied to upper respiratory infections and HIV. I don't know why that virus keep coming here telling me that it's gonna be another real bad. Bill Gates now is trying to create a world pandemic. Another bad epidemic, and this I just heard measles shot. Some places in the United States, they said something about the measles outbreaking. They said tell him don't leave none of his beard lice. He not doing that. He don't have lice. I'm looking at him. He ain't coming here to drop no disease off. He coming here to drop some knowledge off. Tell me what's going on. All of them don't be sick. It depends on where you get them at. And where they, especially like in the lab and stuff, and those pretty white rats and the other rats they have in there, and this one right here, this rat just sung that song. He said, she ain't talking about me. Wipe me down. I'm cool. I'm fresh. I'm set. Hey, wipe me down. He said, you could wipe them. He said, wipe me down.